Edmonton Sports Talk. My God, I loved it.
My name's Jay Milne. #Blue Cool.
Our sports update deliverer, the Cool.
I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up today. You know what, Reed? You might be honest.
All right, here's what's going on in the Nest.
Wonder what other logos they considered for the Minnesota Wild. I mean, maybe like your drunk uncle with a lampshade on his head. Maybe a bunch of people. Maybe like a limousine with a bunch of people hanging out the moon roof holding cocktails. Let's get wild. Instead, they kind of went with the wild animal, the wild forest. That's supposed to be a bear?
I believe it is a bear.
Me so. I never thought of it as a bear. I just thought of it as a forest creature.
Well,
an angry
it might
forest
not be a
creature.
Bear. It might be a forest creature.
I thought that was a coyote.
It's just an untamed animal.
It's some sort of a wild
See, it
beast.
it sparks the imagination.
It's wild, though. Whatever it is, it's wild.
Yeah, it's totally wild.
Yeah.
It's got a moon on the top of its head.
It does look like a bear.
I never thought of it as a bear.
And I wouldn't, when I think of bear, I don't think of Minnesota. I can assure you of that. What do you think of the first thing you think of when you hear a black bear? What do you think of?
I don't think of a state.
Do you think of a place?
No, I just think of an image of a bear. Probably standing on its hind legs.
I think of a mountainside.
It's a bear or a wildcat, according to
bear is
AI.
foraging for berries.
Right.
What do you think of when I say a grizzly bear? What image pops into Reed Wilkins' head? A grizzly bear.
A big bear.
You don't think of a grizzly bear pawing into a river in Alaska or with a salmon in its mouth?
No, I just think of a bear kind of being in the woods. I think of Winnie the Pooh.
What do you think of when I say a panda bear?
I think of my high school, or I think of the U of A.
I think of bamboo.
Panda, gently.
Isn't that what they eat?
I think they do eat a lot of bamboo.
Yeah, I think that's their mainstay. I think that's how they live.
So when someone says to you panda, you don't think of the University of Alberta pandas. You think of a stalk of bamboo.
Yes.
Is that what a bamboo is called? A bamboo stalk?
I believe it is.
Other names, according to the Minnesota Wild, or according to AI, the internet, other names considered for the Minnesota Wild were Blue Ox, a reference to Paul Bunyan, the Northern Lights, the Voyageurs, the White Bears, and the Freeze. I think the Northern Lights would have been a great name. The Minnesota Northern Lights, because the previous team was the North Stars, so you go with the Northern Lights.
That would be a good one. Somebody suggested that for a PWHL team in Edmonton, the Edmonton Aurora.
Oh, that might be fun.
That was suggested on the Hangout. You do a lot of fun things with the...
You really could. You know, the Minnesota Wild hardly ever lose a hockey game. They are 9-0-2 in their last 11 games. They come in here with an outstanding young goaltender by the name of Jesper Wallstedt. His record this season, 7-0-2, 1.93 goals against average, and a .938 save percentage. That is absolutely phenomenal. Can the Oilers figure him out tonight? The Oilers expected to go with the same lineup that beat Seattle 4-0 Saturday afternoon. McDavid between Savoy and Hyman. McDavid with 32 points in 25 career games against Mini. Draisaitl with Podkolzin and Mangiapane. Nugent Hopkins at center with Henrique and Janmark. Lazar with Frederick and Clattenburg. The fourth line, Ekholm with Bouchard. Nurse with Regula. Kulak with Emerson as Wallman remains out of action. Of course, Roslovic still banged up as well. Kapanen, we've hardly seen him for the Oilers this year. Stuart Skinner, the starter in net. He has 4 decisions against the Wild in his career. He's 2-2, 3.04 goals against average, and a save percentage even at .900. The Wild, led by Kirill Kaprizov, 17 goals, 31 points in 26 games this season. Also keep an eye on Matt Boldy. He's hard to miss. He's a big dude. 15 goals, 29 points in 26 games for them as they come in with a record of 14-7-5. The Oilers 11-10-5, 5-2-2 at home. Their 2 regulation losses, what would the combined score be? 17-4 in their 2 regulation losses on home ice. We'll talk about that. We'll get a perspective on the Minnesota Wild from Sarah McClellan. She's an Edmonton area product who's been covering the NHL for several years, used to cover the Coyotes, now covering the Minnesota Wild. Ryan Holt is going to be on the show. Have you ever talked to Ryan?
No, I haven't.
We didn't have him on
I'm
last
looking
year.
forward to this.
Yeah, Ryan Holt's a great guy. He does the play-by-play for the Bakersfield Condors. So we want to find out how Ike Howard is doing with the Condors, and we got to get his perspective on noisy Connor Clattenburg, who's been up for 3 games and is going to play again tonight.
I've seen Clattenburg referred to as Flattenberg.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
I like that one.
I like that a lot.
Because he will try to flatten you.
He will.
7 o'clock game at Rogers Place, start of a 5-game homestand for the Oilers. I'll be heading there right after the show. Tom Gazzola will take over the stream here on Edmonton Sports Talk, presented by Play Alberta at 6 o'clock. Tom bringing you the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pre- and post-game shows. So the pre-game show at 6, post-game right after the game ends. I'll be jumping on that show as well after I get some post-game reaction from your Edmonton Oilers, as that'll be part of Reed, presented by Ewell. Ewell, that's David Ewell.
Yeah.
He gave words of the day a few days ago.
Yeah. Good guy.
Sounds like it.
Very nice
Sounds
guy.
like he likes to stump me as well.
He does. If he's listening, Dave, well, I don't know. It'll be a race between my mother and you for who supplies.
Oh, is your mom supplying the words today?
She said yesterday, challenge accepted. We'll see.
Well, that's good. I did very well yesterday. Was that yesterday? I got over 4.
4.29 out of 4.
Oh, that yesterday was, but today's Tuesday. I don't really know what day it is. I'm just rolling with it. We are happy to hear from you this afternoon. First of all, if you want to converse not just with us, but with your fellow audience members, because we have things we talk about, but sometimes somebody may be like, I want to talk about something else. So you can listen to what we're talking about or what our guests are saying and have your other topics going. That is in the Nasty Chat on YouTube. Again, you don't have to be nasty to jump in there. So that's going on YouTube right now. A bunch of people already posting. If you are taking us in on YouTube, if for some reason you haven't already, please subscribe to Edmonton Sports Talk. We're looking to keep driving up those subscriptions. And for every individual show, so the thumbs reset every show. So we're starting over again at 0. Give us a thumbs up.
Click, click, click. Must you click? Please, please click. Must you click? You must click. Thumb, thumb, thumb.
Now, once you do click the thumb, you can't just click the thumb over and over again. So once you've clicked the thumbs up, that's your thumb for this show. Then what you do is you click the share button. It generates a link for you that you can email and text to other people to bring them into our wonderful community here at Edmonton Sports Talk. Tango says, Reed already ready to go to the rink without the tie. I will not be putting on a tie today.
You're going.
I do not wear a tie to
you got
every
a
home
suit
game.
jacket.
I will throw on my suit jacket. Yes, and then during the course of the game, I also wear my outdoor jacket over top of this because it's so cold in the rink. I generally don't wear a tie on the weekday home games because I'm just a little more comfortable not wearing it around the office, and then there's no sense putting it on when I get to the rink. Maybe Saturday I'll wear a tie when I go to because that's an 8 o'clock game against the Jets.
Yeah.
So I'll just be going from home. Maybe I'll wear a tie to that one. And yes, I'm ready to go.
As always on game day.
Yeah. I'm ready to go. The 55-yard line in the Nasty Chat says, thank you again, Reed and Jay and Coop, for a great hour with Mark Killam yesterday. Yes, Elks head coach Mark Killam was here for 1 hour. Great conversation. Really appreciate that he gave up his time for that and that the Elks were able to accommodate that. We covered a bunch of stuff. We found out how much coffee he drinks in the morning when he gets to the stadium and before the stadium. We found out he is up before 5 a.m. during the season to go get his coaching duties done. He talked a little bit about team culture. He talked about things they want to build on for next year. Really good chat. If you missed that, of course, you can always go back on YouTube or sign up for the Reed Wilkins Show podcast, wherever you get your podcasts. All our great shows here on ESTE, the Nielsen Show, the Lock Shop, EST Afternoons with Hernan and Gager, the Oil Stream, the Hangout. What else do we have? Two guys, and a goalie. Oil Stream. Tom and Belzy have Hello Hockey every Saturday, so sign up for all those podcasts, and you'll never miss a minute here on EST. All right, more of the contact info. You can email reed@edmontonsportstalk.com or jay@edmontonsportstalk.com. We would love to get some limericks today. And, of course, you can text the afternoon inbox, 780-218-9999. That's presented by River Cree Resort and Casino, home of Tap 25 Restaurant, featuring $18.99 prime rib special. That's available 7 days a week, except show nights from 11:30 in the morning to 11 at night. And that is available for dine-in and takeout. We got to quickly, for the people on YouTube and for the people not on YouTube, we'll describe it. You have an incredible shirt today. I was holding off asking you about this shirt. So it's a side view. It's like a cassette tape library of all the Van Halen albums, including A Different Kind of Truth, the one they did with David Lee Roth about 12, 13 years ago, that really would probably be pretty hard to find on cassette.
I've got it in my jukebox.
Oh, you do, eh?
I do.
The cassette or the CD?
The CD.
The CD. I have 2 copies of that CD because different friends bought it for me as a gift.
Really?
So where did you get this shirt?
I got it online, and Van Halen is it's one of my top 3 bands, I would say.
Sure.
And I just couldn't resist. I saw it and I said, wow, that is just it's a piece of history on a shirt. And they're all they're all correct.
Correct order.
It's not like they just, correct order and correct logoing.
Oh,
like
yeah.
Everything down to.
Yeah, it's not a cheap knockoff. That's a good shirt.
No, and it is a nice shirt. Yeah. And so I've got some Van Halen questions coming for you.
Oh, later?
Pal.
Okay. So
Bud.
did you just get this?
I just got it last night.
It got shipped to you?
It got shipped right to my house.
Okay.
You'd be amazed with shipping
I now
these
know.
days.
Okay, so can I just tell something that happened?
No.
I can't say this because we said we weren't going to talk about it.
What? Go ahead.
All right. Well, I don't know because I don't want to make it awkward. We said we wouldn't talk about it on
Talk
air.
about it.
All right. So
I know what you're going to say.
About a week and a half ago, Jay says to me, I got your Christmas present. And I was like, dude, thank you. But like, we're not doing that. He's like, I couldn't resist. And then I was going to be like, so he could hear me rolling my eyes in my brain. And he's like, you don't have to get me anything. I'm like, hey, good, because I don't want to. I don't want to start a precedent. So I know now that you got me a Def Leppard shirt with the tapes. I know that's what it is.
You were incorrect.
No, I'm not incorrect.
Yes,
That's what
you
it is.
are.
You wouldn't admit if I was right. That's what you got me.
Why would I?
Because you said to me, I said, is it fun or useful? And you said both. And I said, I just had to get it to you because it's perfect for you.
So you think you've stumped
I think this is exactly what you got me that shirt, but it's with the Def Leppard tapes stacked. I know this is exactly what it is. What else could it? There's nothing else it could be. Because you just got that. That just came, which coincides with when you were all like, "Ooh," preening about the office, like you're walking around like Mick Jagger. I got you a gift.
I just got this last night. We talked about this last week.
It got shipped. You ordered it. You ordered this and the Def Leppard shirt at the same time. So that is cool. That is going to be a fun shirt for me to wear.
Okay, you're wrong. But
I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong. April's at home. Your wife is at home listening right now, just giggling like she's like, "Oh my God, Reed figured it out already."
She is. She is laughing because you're wrong. I can't wait now. I might give you your Christmas present tomorrow because it's out.
Well, you said it's something because we decided early on in our friendship that we were not going to get each other gifts. That we were like, we don't have to do that. We're grown men. We don't have to buy each other stuff. But you were so giddy about something that you couldn't stop yourself from buying it for me.
Yes.
To break the agreement.
Yes.
Therefore, it must be Def Leppard related.
Well, okay.
That is the only option.
Duck Dad may have cracked the case here. He says he didn't get him the Def Leppard shirt. He got him a J. Milne Warren Def Leppard.
So
I've been wearing it since last week.
You've been breaking it in
around
for
my
me.
house. I've been sleeping in it.
Maybe Cooper's been wearing it. Coop the corgi. All right. Well, we'll see. I guess we'll find out.
I guess time will tell.
Yeah. Keep giving us the thumbs up if you're.
Well, the morning
us
show,
on YouTube.
the Nielsen show, has a Christmas show on December 19th. So maybe that'll be our Christmas.
I'm
show.
off that day. I have the
guess it
18th and
won't be
19th
that.
off.
Yeah, that's right.
I got to burn some holidays.
Well, Merry Christmas to you, Scrooge.
Well, we'll see. All right. We got to get to the afternoon headlines presented by 100.3 The Bear, Edmonton's best rock. Stream them on iHeart today.
This is Chet Palmer with your sports report. The Oilers start a 5-game homie tonight against Mini. The last time the Oilers won back-to-back games in regulation time, my brother-in-law still thought he'd be out of debt by Christmas. The Flames play the Predators tonight in what I'm calling the toilet bowl. In fact, I'd sooner clean my toilet bowl than watch this one. Hey, Jason Milne, get me another shot of Drano. Stat! The Giants sure took one on the kisser last night. The Patriots beat them so bad, they're going to have to move to New Jersey. Hey, wait a minute. I'm Chet Palmer.
Whoa, I like that. Little cliffhanger at the end. Chet is a good writer.
Yeah, Chet's a good guy. Heck of a colleague.
What's the trivia question about teams that play in New York?
Yeah, name all the NFL teams that play their home, or how many NFL teams play their home games in the state of New York?
One.
And name them. Right.
Buffalo.
One, Buffalo Bills.
Right.
But if somebody is like, I feel a hardcore sports fan you won't fool, but if it's like a tangential fan or somebody who's like, yeah, I know a lot about the NFL, and then you're kind of like, I wonder how much they know about the NFL. That's a good way to...
That's a good icebreaker.
Kind of a mean-spirited question, maybe. Or if it's somebody who's learning, or it's a good way to teach somebody about the NFL.
Yeah, it's a good gotcha.
Yeah.
It's a good, hey, you might want to tell your friends around the water cooler at work tomorrow.
Well, that is a good one.
Yeah.
Like you're all there, it's your 10:30 break, and you're all filling up with water.
That is the stupidest saying.
And you're like, well, Jurgenstein sure is a hard ass in that meeting, eh? And somebody else is like, yeah, hey, here's one for you guys. Let's talk about football for a second here.
Can I just say that water cooler talk, that's overrated. That doesn't happen.
I think it's like from the 50s or something.
It's got to be from ancient times. Because you don't meet and talk around the water cooler anymore.
Yeah, who's ever like, okay, meet me by, when we were met at Awanak, we're like,
Tsetse fly.
Meet me by the water cooler.
What's that from? Tsetse fly.
I don't know.
Entourage.
Office Space? Oh, Entourage. I never watched Entourage.
What?
You know who's a big Entourage fan? You'll have to ask him next time he's on. Jay Onright.
Really?
Loves the show Entourage.
That's like my favorite show.
Oh, really?
Man, we're so
That'd
similar.
probably be one of his favorite as well.
He would know what Tsetse fly is. You should text him right now and just say, Jay says, do you know what Tsetse fly
I'll
is?
do it during the commercial. I have a lot going on right now.
Do you?
All right. It's a game day, so it is our Hudson's Canada's Pub mystery athlete of the game. This is a fun one, so I'm going to give some clues, and over the course of the show, somebody is going to guess who the mystery athlete is. This is presented by Hudson's Canada's Pub, featuring $10 tankards and $6 tequila shots, or grab the $23.99 adult Happy Meal that has a drive-in burger, fries, choice of beer, and a limited edition hockey puck bottle opener. Book your reservation now at hudsonscanadaspub.com. The winner gets a $25 gift card to Hudson's Canada's Pub. So again, you must text in your guesses to 780-218-9999, River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. Maximum 3 guesses per person. All right, the first clue is Vegas. Hudson's Canada's Pub mystery athlete of the game. The first clue is Vegas. Will somebody get it after the first clue? I'd be stunned. We'd probably have to make an exception and give them 2 gift cards or get them something else.
Or mystery athlete of the year.
A 5-minute conversation
Guess
with
or.
Matthew Awanak.
Guess-or of the year.
They get to sit down with Awanak and have a chat.
Is that a reward?
Well, we'll see. All right, so we'll give clues throughout the course of the show. First person to get it gets the GC, but again, only 3 guesses per person, so you got to be careful. All right, let's do also here. This I don't know if this is going to be a fun one or a disastrous one, or if people will be too shy to even answer this one. The off-topic topic is presented by William Huff. Since 1952, William Huff has provided industry-leading advertising solutions for thousands of valued clients. Their unparalleled customer service, combined with decades of industry expertise and a desire to make every job the very best it can be, is what they call the William Huff Advantage. Visit their website at williamhuff.com or give them a shout, 780-454-4536.
Well, there's been a lot of dating discussion on the airwaves today, so we just thought we'd dive right into it. What is your best dating disaster story? Could be a first date, could be, just a even if you've been married forever, you just had something went really.
Yeah, it could be something you and your loved one shared together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like. I thought of this, and I don't know that I've really only dated my wife,
Yeah, same here.
and and everything has been perfect. Reed.
Yeah.
Of course, there's always.
Yeah, I don't know if I have a story here either.
I guess like when I started dating, like I had a crush on April.
Right.
And she was at university. I was at university. And I knew she was on the basketball team. And I was in PAC basketball. PAC is like a class you would take.
Okay, right.
It's a basketball course. And one of her teammates was in that same class. Christy Allen, the starting point guard.
Okay.
And Christy, I was driving in from Sherwood Park every day. I had nowhere to park. So she said, well, my roommate and I didn't know April was her roommate. My roommate and we have 2 spaces, but we only have 1 car. So you can park there. So I started parking there because Christy told me that. And April left a note. She disputes it that it was her, but I'm pretty sure it was her. Like, who the hell are you? Why are you parking here?
That was directed at you.
Yeah, me.
That's how you met.
That's how we met. So I went up to her and I summoned the courage to go up to her and sub.
Right.
And I showed her the note and I said, I'm the guy.
Right.
And she fell in love with me instantly. The rest is history.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't like, I'm sure.
So I guess that was like our first interaction,
Yeah.
but it went well. So this totally debunks this.
Yeah. Well, this is
off-topic
where
topic.
we're relying on listener participation.
Yeah, Reed only dated my wife. He didn't marry her. Everybody's like, wait, did he? Did he?
Well, the way I said that, there were a couple ways to interpret it.
Sure.
That I dated your wife, or you said I only dated my wife, and I said me too. That meant I only dated my wife.
Right.
However, most of our audience probably knows I don't have a wife.
That's correct.
Which is, yeah, I don't know a story about this one. I mean, they're probably, I don't think I ever went on a date where it got uncomfortable or disastrous with the other person. There's probably times with a girlfriend, maybe I could think of something we planned to do. I mean, I guess the worst thing, this wasn't exactly a date. I told this story on Inside Sports years ago. I had a girlfriend. We went to Canmore for the weekend, and I don't swim. I don't know if I've ever told you that. I
didn't know
I
that.
don't swim because I've told you how I was diagnosed with allergies very young, and chlorine was one of the things that showed up. So I never swam or got into the pool. So we were at a hotel, and we went down the water slide, and I hit the bottom, and I'm totally disoriented, and she had to save me from drowning in like 2 feet of water. But in the process of this, I'm thrashing my arms around.
I'm sorry to laugh.
And I grabbed the strap on her bathing suit and pulled it down, thus exposing one of her female areas as she's trying to pull me out of the water. There was no one around.
I'm so glad you told this. I didn't think you
So it
said
wasn't
you didn't have
so it was
anything.
sort of a date. We were on a together time, in the mountains.
Oh,
And,
what I'd do
yeah.
for that CCTV footage.
I'm still in touch with her. Like, we get along. She'll be upset that I told this story. I could tell it in a much more detail, but yeah. But then she pulled me out of the water, and then she's just like, "Oh my god!" And I was like, "I'm sorry. Like, I'm not used to being in the water." And she's like, "No, your face." And I'm like, "What?" And I touched my face, and there was like a booger, like the entire width of my. So in the process of being underwater, I spat out this huge booger, and so she's just like, so I'm sure she's thinking like, okay. This idiot almost drowns in 2 feet of water. He partially undresses me as I'm saving him, and then he has snot smeared across the width of his face once I get him out. That's the Triple Crown from Wilkins right there.
That is amazing.
I guess that's the closest thing I could come. That would be a disaster. Me dying would have been worse, but then I wouldn't be here telling the story.
That is the definition of the off-topic topic. What is your best dating disaster story? That's it.
It wasn't really a date though. It was like,
Did she stay with you after?
Yes.
Okay. Well,
I
then,
don't want to get into
No,
the rest of the
I don't want to push it
relationship,
anymore.
but yeah.
Now, did it occur to you at all when you put your swimming trunks on, and then B were going up the stairs to said water
was a
slide that you can't swim?
Yeah, but she was like, you don't need to swim to do this.
Well, clearly she was wrong.
But I'm totally disoriented. Like,
So really,
Right.
I didn't know that.
yeah,
Would you want to go for adult swim lessons
No.
together?
no, I'm fine.
I'd pay. We could start in the.
Well, it depends. What are you going to wear? How easily does it slide off?
Watch your hands.
You're like,
You sicko.
people are like, why is that guy's ass hanging out? I think he's saving his buddy from drowning.
Oh, my
Oh,
gosh.
heavens. All right. There is an Oilers game tonight.
Mark in the Park says, courageous moment sharing that story. That's a fantastic story.
Yeah, that's I don't tell that story often.
And for some reason, the booger on this, we've all been there. we know that you can't feel it, and it probably looks way worse than it is.
Yeah.
Thank you for opening up, Reed.
Yeah, no problem. All right, 780-218-9999, River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. So you're going to hear from Knobloch, from Draisaitl. We're going to talk about Frederick and Clattenburg. We're going to go down to the farm with Ryan Holt, see what's going on with Ike Howard as well. And we got hopefully just a lot of laughs for you ahead, too. Here comes the Coop.
The Oilers kick off a 5-game homestand as they challenge the Wild. Stuart Skinner plays for Edmonton. Jesper Wallstedt for Minnesota. Tune into the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. Tom Gazzola, Ben Thompson preview the action with coverage starting at 6 o'clock right here on EST. From Vegas, Carter Hart makes his first start for the Golden Knights, taking on the Blackhawks. In Colorado, the Canucks and Avalanche drop the puck, having 10 games on the docket. From Philly, Tyson Forster, the Flyers will miss 2 to 3 months with an upper body injury. Meanwhile, the Steelers have claimed Adam Thielen off waivers from the Vikings, with Pittsburgh waiving Darius Slay as well. MLB news, Dylan Cease has officially signed a 7-year deal with the Jays worth $210 million. To the association, there's 6 games going down. It's the Raptors looking to snap a 2-game slide when they battle the Trailblazers at 5:30. And ESPN's Sham Charania has reported that Zion Williamson will miss an extended period of time with a right leg injury and will be reevaluated by the Pelicans in 3 weeks. This sports update is brought to you by Advantage Sports Medicine. Connor McDavid's got a team of specialists, and you're stuck with a bag of frozen peas. Get the same locker room approach that's trusted by the best in the game. Call them at 780-460-9977 or visit their website at advantagesportmed.ca to book an appointment today. More with Reed and Jay on the other side of the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
2 guys and a goalie.
In 3 games played, Connor Clattenburg has made more of an impact than the 26 games Trent Frederick has played.
I have to hire it, but I thought he made his mark against the Seattle Kraken.
Fire it, because Frederick has had more of an impact.
In a negative way?
Just a negative impact.
2 guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
We have what you're looking for. GD Liquidators is Edmonton's one-stop shop for new and used warehouse, office, and industrial items since 1987. You'll find what you want when you want it. Give us a call, visit us in store, or check out the monthly auctions at gdliquidators.com. 100% Canadian owned and operated. We have what you are looking for. GD Liquidators.
Where holiday cheer meets great beer. This season, celebrate at the Canadian Brewhouse. From plated dinners and festive buffets to casual pub-style parties, we've got the perfect space for your crew. Book your holiday party today at thecanadianbrewhouse.com.
GCL Diesel has been serving oil country since 1972. From diesel cars to SUVs to pickups. From farm tractors to school buses to a big rig. From diesel generators to forklifts, GCL can test, troubleshoot, and repair all diesel fuel system components. Whether it's injectors, pumps, turbos, filters, or additive, GCL has the parts you need to keep your diesel running the way it should. For genuine diesel parts at wholesale prices, visit GCL Diesel in the West End or online at gcldiesel.com. GCL Diesel. Diesel understood.
Hockey is heating up, and so is the excitement on Play Alberta. With casino winners every hour, jackpots worth millions, and revenue that stays in the province, there's never been a better time to sign up. Right now, our listeners can score a $50 free bet when they make a minimum $50 deposit with code EST50. That's code EST50 for a $50 free bet. Start playing with your game sense today to find out if you're Alberta's next winner. Must be 18 plus to play. If you gamble, please use your game sense.
You could set up your Christmas tree in the last available spot in the house, or you can create the space you need with Sentinel Storage. Get the most out of Christmas. Buy Canadian, store Canadian. Try 4 weeks free. Visit sentinelstorage.ca.
We are back with the Reed Wilkins Show live on Edmonton Sports Talk. You can hit us up on the River Cree Resort and Casino afternoon inbox at 780-218-9999. The off-topic topic for William Huff: what is your best dating disaster story? This comes in from Jason in Leduc. I didn't think this was disastrous, but she did. I took someone out on a first date to a blacklight mini golf course. Unbeknownst to both her and I, she was wearing a white shirt with a stain that only appeared under black light.
Oh, my.
She was petrified, apparently. Waddy in Cloverdale says, keep the shirt, Jay, and gift wrap some of Coop's turds for Reed. He's acting undeserving of a thoughtful present.
What, by figuring it out?
You think you're so smart.
I'm a sleuth.
You are a sleuth. Other people are guessing at the Christmas gift I've got you. Bones says that it's a Toyota Corolla Lego set.
That'd be fun.
That would be fun. And several guesses of piling into the inbox. None are correct.
None are correct. Yeah, that's fine. Hudson's Canada's Pub mystery athlete of the game. The first clue was Vegas. So we'll see. So in the off-topic topic, dating disaster stories. If you want to share that blacklight one's kind of.
We've all been there.
Yeah.
With the black light.
No, I haven't. I haven't been there.
No, but
we've all been there. Everybody's had a revealed stain.
I mean, just a black light.
Oh,
where it's
yes.
like, oh, wow, I shouldn't have worn this shirt. I didn't realize how obnoxious it would be. You ever gone to a black light event and you discover somebody has dandruff?
No.
Oh, it shows.
I feel like you've been to way more black light events than I've been to.
Oh,
I've done the black light.
Hundreds.
Go to the Black Light Club.
That's how we light our house, the Milne House, black lights.
That's how Coop's senses are so keen.
Yeah, he's like the what's the guy in Hannibal, or what's the Silence of the Lambs that wears the night vision goggles? That's how he sees. That's what we put on Coop. Got him a corgi size set.
Buffalo Bill.
Buffalo Bill. All right. Oh, my goodness. What a show. Oilers play tonight against the Minnesota Wild. Trent Frederick. Now, he and Clattenburg are going to be on the same line with Curtis Lazar as the center. It has been a tough go for Frederick. What are his stats now? Does he have an assist yet?
No.
Still does not have an assist. Okay. I will say this. He has played 26 games. So this is 1/3 of the season tonight, because 27 times 3 is 81. So basically a third of the season. I think as a forward in the NHL, it is pretty hard to go that length of time without getting an assist. I mean, 2 goals. You were hoping for a few more from him. I mean, if you wanted him to get to 15, he should have 5 or 6 by now, right?
Yeah, oh yeah.
To not have an assist and have played every game this season. I mean, who doesn't have an assist? Curtis Lazar does not have an assist. Has only played 10 games, doesn't play a ton. Connor Clattenburg does not have an assist, has played 3 games. And has he even played a full period of hockey? No. Alec Regula does not have an assist, has only played 12 games, and is basically your 6th, 7th defenseman. You could understand it from the other 3 guys. For Frederick not even to have an assist, and then the fact only 2 goals, and obviously not loud enough physically. Chris Knobloch was asked today about getting more out of Trent Frederick.
It's a tough one. It's not only for a player to play his best, he's got to be in a position to feel like he can contribute. And whether it's joining a new team or just finding a role or whatever it is, we haven't been able to do that. And Trent's obviously disappointed with his season so far. We do expect more from Trent. We think he's a tremendous player that hasn't played to his potential. And it's on the coaching staff and Trent himself to get that out of him and find out how he can help us win hockey games. And when he is playing his best, yes, he has to be tenacious. He has to be driving the net and really keeping his game really simple. And, I think just with the circumstances, him signing his contract, and often sometimes when players put more expectations on themselves, what it is just more weight on your shoulders, and it just paralyzes you. He wants to do so much more, but it's kind of getting away from what his identity is and playing to his strengths. So I know Trent will come around, and I know he'll be a key player for us in the future. Right now, we're just trying to get it out of him.
Okay, few things for that. The first thing I was going to ask you was, at this point, what constitutes a successful season for Trent Frederick? Or is it just be on a team that makes the playoffs and then all the stats start again at 0?
Okay, I'm not going to answer this by putting the parameters of points, per se.
Okay.
I'm going to answer this by, is Trent Frederick able to carve out a role and deliver on that role? Is Trent Frederick gonna turn into a pain in the ass to play against, or a grinder, hard to forecheck, a guy that's gonna pop you? I think if he could do that consistently, don't worry about the points, because that's no longer your role. That's no longer your job. If your job is to be an agitator and somebody that's hard to play against, and he can come into that, because let's be honest, he there's been signs of improvement.
Sure.
In his physicality.
Sure.
Which I think now is a role that you need to expect out of Trent Frederick moving forward. At least for me. What do you think?
Well, he's going to have to play a louder game. You're right. He's going to have to be more of a nuisance. He has 2 goals this season. Last year, he had 8 in 58 games between the Oilers and the Bruins. Was obviously limited with injury. In 23-24, he scored 18 times. In 22-23, he scored 17 times. So hoping he could get to 15 wasn't unrealistic. Now, again, who knows? Maybe he still will. Knobloch, as he often does, referred to a player's confidence, how he's feeling. Is he fighting it? Is he pressing too hard? Fair enough. But we touched on this, I can't remember if it was yesterday or Friday. Did Knobloch himself play a role in defeating this player's confidence by starting him with McDavid and Draisaitl?
Oh, that's a fair point. By setting the bar much too high? Possibly.
Or putting him in a situation, where it's like, Trent, go out there and do what you do, but he wasn't able to do what he does with those 2 guys.
What does he do? I mean, when you say go out there and do what you do, nobody in Edmonton knew what that is.
Yeah, well, he's supposed to hit, forecheck, and go to the net.
Then, yeah, do that. But maybe he's better served, like we could see tonight from the lineups, on the 4th line doing that.
Maybe.
You don't need to be on the first 2 lines doing that. They're good. They've got that taken care of. You muck it up, get the elbows up in the corners, be a hard person to play against. I think that's what needs to come out of Trent Frederick's game.
And maybe if he starts doing those things, the odd goal or 2 starts coming as a product of playing that way and as a product of being in the face of the other team or the other team's goalie. You get something that goes in, or you bang in a rebound like Clattenburg did.
Well, you know it will. You know that's how it works.
Generally.
If you're gonna continuously work your butt off, get to the hard places, be a pest in front of the net, you're gonna have a fortuitous bounce here or there.
Right.
It's that's gonna happen. So, but that's an interesting point, Reed, about the expectations early in the season. Because, hey, he came in with a contract that was certainly discussed.
Well, yeah.
Right? Term, price was all higher than any Oiler fan would have thought. And it's being under-delivered on right now in the score sheet. So maybe that shouldn't be the focus for Trent Frederic. Maybe just his style of play needs to come to the forefront.
Yeah. And I mean, look, I'm not trying to write him off or overly pick on him, but it's been underwhelming. And I get the fans who are concerned, like, wait a minute, we signed this guy for 8 years. It's not 2 or 3. You hope he I mean, look, maybe give him another 26 games and we're like, oh, okay. He, like a lot of players, were getting through some stuff first game of the season. I know, like, somebody wrote in the Nasty Chat, like, that Knobloch and some of us should quit saying he's a new player on the team because he was there for the playoff run. But I kind of feel like because he was injured, it almost was like a reset for Trent Frederic, that he was new supposedly at the start of the season. Maybe that's not a good way to look at it. But you know what I mean? Like, I've kind of always been like, yes, he was there in the playoff run, very hobbled and limited. Now we're going to get the quote-unquote real him.
Well, and truthfully, even if Oilers fans did want to write off Trent Frederic, you can't.
Well, there's
good luck.
Better hope he gets better.
Yeah, he's here to stay. Mike outside of Edmonton says Freddie has played with 97 and 29 on the power play, no assists. What? You know, a question mark. Exclamation point.
Yeah, I don't know how many minutes. Was he on the power play the first couple of games? And he was on the power play.
He was recently on the power play.
The game he fought, he got a shift on the power play, and he missed an open net, remember? Against Columbus. So yeah, he's got a little bit of power play time. I would say that's an interesting text because I wasn't even considering the power play. I just think he was on it such a little amount of time. I don't know, but still, that's a fair point. Even if you're on 5 power plays, the Oilers should score 1 goal on 5 power plays, and maybe you touch the puck. So if you're in front of the net. I guess he's just referring specifically to my assist comment, that there's been opportunities to get assists.
Yeah.
It's not as if he hasn't been on the ice with good players while you have a man advantage. 780-218-9999. That's how you text us. The River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. River Cree Resort and Casino happy hour featuring $5.25 drinks. That's available Sunday to Thursday, 9 a.m. until 7 p.m. Jay's play of the day is a fun one. It is centered around the Oilers game. He'll tell you what that is when we get back. Here's the Coop.
It's a clash between the two 97s. The Oilers playing hosts to the Red Hot Wild, who had just one regulation loss in November. Tom Gazzola, Ben Thompson tee up the game during the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. That goes live at 6 o'clock right here on EST. 9 other games around the league. The Golden Knights and Blackhawks square off. Carter Hart in the pipes for Vegas. That's his first start since the 2023-24 season. Meanwhile, the Leafs and Panthers go toe-to-toe. Toronto's Brandon Carlo now out long-term with a lower body injury. He might require surgery after being reevaluated yesterday for an issue that's kept him out since November 13th. For the Steelers, they've claimed 35-year-old Adam Thielen off waivers from the Vikings, waiving Darius Slayton in response. Baseball news, the Jays have officially signed Dylan Cease to a 7-year deal worth $210 million. And the Raptors are back in action, taking on the Trailblazers at home. Both teams on a 2-game slide with tip-off at 5:30. A total of 6 games in the NBA tonight. Plus, ESPN's Shams Charania has reported that New Orleans' Zion Williamson will miss some time with a right leg injury, being reevaluated in 3 weeks' time. This Sports Update is brought to you by Paramount Flooring. Get your home holiday ready with Paramount Flooring. For over 33 years, Paramount's family-owned business has a reputation for earning trust with fair pricing and dependable service, plus quality workmanship. Call 780-483-1991 and mention EST for 10% off. Paramount Flooring. Flooring for the life you live. Jays play of the day for Play Alberta. Up next, I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
The Oil Stream.
I could see Seattle dropping out. I could see San Jose maybe finishing around 500, but not quite above. And then I think Winnipeg and Edmonton might come up and push teams out.
If you were in Vegas right now and you're looking at the Golden Knights, would you have some concern that this team isn't as strong as it once was?
Well, they aren't. I mean, they always kind of find a way to be
The
good.
Oil Stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Running your own small business takes courage, and as it grows, so does your team. That's why Alberta Blue Cross offers health, dental, life, disability, and wellness benefits designed for small businesses, because we know a healthy team means a thriving business. Join over 5,000 Alberta businesses who have chosen us to help their business grow and succeed. Alberta Blue Cross takes care of you and your employees, so you can take care of your business. Visit ab.bluecross.ca to find a plan that's right for you.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
Boxing Day rocks at River Cree. December 26th, live in the venue. Hysteria, tribute of Def Leppard. And Blackout, tribute to the Scorpions. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
Must you click? Click. Must you click?
That is the Thumb Click remix as prepared by my esteemed colleague, Zach Kubish. That is imploring you, reminding you to click the thumbs up button if you're taking us in on YouTube. That is, if you haven't done so already. If you already have, then click the share button. You'll get a link for the show. You can send it off via email or text to a colleague, friend, loved one, enemy, whoever you like, and encourage them to check out the show as well. He is Jay Milne. I am Reed Wilkins. Great shirt. Again, the Van Halen tapes. That's just amazing. Where'd you get it?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Yeah, I would like to know, actually. From what outfit did you order it?
I don't know. Tapes.com?
You don't know. Tapes.com. Okay.
Something like that.
Let's go to the website, tapes.com. Let's hope it's not something incredibly naughty.
I'm making it up.
Tapes.com. Here's the website, everybody. It's available. Apparently you can get it. We should
is it? We should buy that domain.
Buy it. Tapes.com.
Tapes.com.
And then just post pictures of tapes.
Yeah. Rolls of tape.
Packing tape, whatever it is.
Tapeworms.
Tapeworm.
That'd be good.
Jablonski, where'd you get that tapeworm? Where do you think, Coach? Oh, my goodness. All right. Do
you know how many people are listening right now that probably haven't even subscribed yet?
Yeah, if you're on YouTube, subscribe to the station.
It helps.
And then you get when you go into YouTube, our videos are recommended for you already. You can even set up notifications where it's like, hey, this show's starting.
That's right.
Bingo, bango, bongo. Away you go. All right.
It's Jay, it's play, he's Jay, it's today. It's Jay's play of the day. It's Jay's play of the day. Jay's play of the day.
And this, of course, is presented by Play Alberta. Gaming made easy anytime, anywhere. With Play Alberta, you have a full casino experience right at your fingertips. Play from your phone, tablet, or computer whenever it works for you. Download the Play Alberta app today. Get started with a $50 sports bonus. Just deposit $50 with the promo code EST Sports. Play smart, play local, and remember to use your game sense.
All right, so the Jays Play of the Day hit last night in the Patriots game. That was a nice one. Stevenson over 26.5 yards. Hunter Henry over 3.5 catches, which he got really close to the end of the game. I didn't know if he was going to get there. And of course, the Patriots won, so that one cashed. So we want to keep the train rolling down the tracks. Jays Play of the Day: Nuge, point. Boosh, point. And the Edmonton Oilers to win tonight.
Oh, wow, that's a good one.
Nuge, point. Boosh, point. Oilers win plus 247.
Oh, why not?
So head on over to playalberta.ca, click on sports, click on EST specials, and you'll find my play of the day amongst others.
So this is Oilers victory, regulation,
just any
shootout,
victory.
Overtime.
Yeah.
However, and those two guys to each get a point.
Yeah.
Well, Nuge is coming off a pretty good game.
Could be done. 6 points in his last 5 games,
Yeah.
Reed.
I mean, Bush
there was
is
a break in between there, though.
Bush is up. That's a good point. Bush has 22 points in 26 games. I just was looking at this. I hadn't looked that closely. Bush is back up to even on the season.
Well, fueled by a pretty darn good November.
How is Mangiapane minus 17? Like, I guess Nuge is minus 11, and we don't really criticize Nuge that much. Mangiapane's minus 17.
It's bad.
Leon's plus 5. That's a 22 even strength goal differential. That's crazy. Good play of the day, buddy.
Thank you. Did you want to...
It's Jay.
Oh, sorry.
It's
No, that's fine.
play.
Fans ready to
He's
go.
Jay.
We can talk.
It's today. It's Jay's play of the day. It's Jay's play of the day. Jay's play of the day.
Well, I want to open this up to our listeners, to our viewers.
Okay.
As I am wearing Van Halen, all their albums are on my shirt.
Yep.
I want to know what's your favorite Van Halen album and song.
That's a good one.
So we got Van Halen 2, Women and Children First, Fair Warning, Diver Down, 1984. Then we got Van Hagar, 5150, OU 82, for Unlawful Carnal Knowledge. And Balance, Van Halen 3, and A Different Kind of Truth.
Yeah. I think mine is for Unlawful Carnal Knowledge.
Yeah. It's good.
I just think front to back, it's pretty strong. I mean, I first kind of got into Van Halen with 1984. So if I'd been listening earlier, if I were a little older, maybe some of the early stuff would have resonated with me a little more, but I wasn't.
I think 1984 is kind of the one, their main one. I mean, you got Jump, Panama, and my favorite song, Drop Dead Legs.
Yeah.
Classic. But for Van Hagar, Top of the World would be my favorite song.
Which is actually the final song on For Unlawful Carnal Knowledge. And we're going to say the full name of the album instead of the acronym because we don't want to get in trouble. Yeah, they thought they were pretty clever with the titles, eh? Oh, U812? But I like a lot of their songs. I mean, to pick one, I don't... I mean, Panama's a classic rocker. Ain't Talking About Love is a classic rocker. Has a great intro. Top of the World is great. Pound Cake, which is the first
Unchained?
album on that song. Unchained is great. I mean, Balance. I mean, those first 3 tracks. And it's kind of the first 3 tracks on Balance, The Seventh Seal, Can't Stop Loving You, Don't Tell Me What Love Can Do. Great tracks. I mean, I got a soft spot for When It's Love. I mean,
we played it today.
You can't help but sing along to that. Na 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 na. I mean, that's a beautiful song. What else is on? Good Enough's on 5150. Why Can't This Be Love is on 5150. Love Walks In is on 5150. I guess I've probably mentioned 10 to 15 songs would be my favorite off the top of my head.
McDiesel says Panama. Panama. Rip City Steph. David Lee Roth, California Girls.
It's a Roth song.
I
yeah.
actually have that cassette.
I have the that's like the 4-song EP, Crazy from the Heat. David Lee Roth, Crazy from the Heat.
Larzy, Running with the Devil. Spency 5 cents. He Ain't Talking About Love. It's probably my favorite. Hot for Teacher.
I didn't even mention Hot for Teacher. Yeah.
Hot for Teacher's good. And another one for Running with the Devil from Jamie from Beaumont.
Yeah, that's a good song.
Running with the Devil's good. That's a good intro too. Just bass.
Oh yeah, bomb, bomb, bomb.
And then what are the?
Yeah, so yeah,
classic
kind of chimes or something. They got a lot of great songs. I mean, on balance, I don't think it was a single. Like Aftershocks, a good rocker. Not Enough's a good ballad off that album. Van Halen 3 has almost nothing worth.
Van Halen 3 is definitely their...
Van Halen 3, this Without You, the single they put out is okay, and there's a song on there called From Afar that I don't mind.
A Different Kind of Truth, their latest album, is actually pretty good.
Which is about 15 years old. It's kind of just a solid rock album. Like there's nothing that stands out, but it's just like, there's nothing that really sucks.
Charlie Dufault makes a good point. He says, I had the first self-titled album back in the 70s. That Van Halen album rocked. I agree. I mean, that is a classic.
I don't know I know it, but I don't know the Roth stuff as well as the Hagar stuff.
Really?
But I know all the Roth hits for sure. But they got a lot of good songs. And I'm not one of those that's like, well, this singer sucked. I'm like, there's good songs with both. You know, they changed the singer. Like Def Leppard has changed a couple of guitar players. Well, one passed away, but I'm not like, well, I can't listen to them anymore. They changed the band lineup. I mean, it's still the band.
I mean, look at this. This is their first album. Running with the Devil, Eruption, You Really Got Me, Ain't Talking About Love, Jamie's Crying.
Oh, yeah.
Ice Cream Man.
Right.
Can't forget about that. Classic.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Well, we're having fun today.
We are.
This is like a secondary off-topic topic. Our primary off-topic topic for William Huff is tell us about a dating disaster story. So it could be a date you went on where you didn't click with the other person, or it could be you've been married for 32 years and you and your wife went out and it was just like, oh my God, what an awful night. Like it could be anything like that. It doesn't have to be a first date. It could be, but a dating disaster story. Clue number 2 in the Hudson's Canada's Pub Mystery Athlete of the Game. You're trying to win a $25 GC to Hudson's Canada's Pub. We only accept guesses that are texted in to the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox, 780-218-9999, and maximum 3 guesses per person. The second clue is 32. So the first clue, Vegas. The second clue, 32.
Who are you?
That was not part of the clue. We should clarify.
No, not at all. It's just rhyming.
All right. We're going to go to Bakersfield, talk to Condors play-by-play voice Ryan Holt when we got back. How is Howard doing? What does he think of Clattenburg in the National Hockey League? That's coming up.
The Lock Shop. I don't know whether this is just a slump. I mean, I don't think there's any way they could be this bad for the rest of the year. As I say, Oiler fans, in our Canadian misery index, you have company right now. And I would suggest that you have a hell of a lot more hope because of a couple of the guys that wear Edmonton jerseys than what Winnipeg is going to have to figure it out.
The Lock Shop, weekday mornings at 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Looking for flooring? Paramount Flooring has it all. Sales, service, and expert installation. With options for every style and budget, open 7 days a week. We've got you covered. Quick delivery and in-stock deals. Plus, EST listeners get 10% off. Visit ParamountFlooring.ca today.
You've always known GCL Diesel as the experts in diesel fuel systems. But did you know that GCL is also your source for turbochargers and turbo repair? As a turbo supplier for Garrett, Borg Warner, and Holset, GCL can provide genuine original equipment turbos at wholesale prices. Whether it's diesel, gas, natural gas, or performance, we can provide you with the turbo or custom repair you require. Turbo questions? We've got turbo answers. Visit us in the West End or online at GCLDiesel.com. GCL Diesel, turbochargers, understood.
Where holiday cheer meets great beer. This season, celebrate at the Canadian Brewhouse. From plated dinners and festive buffets to casual pub-style parties, we've got the perfect space for your crew. Book your holiday party today at thecanadianbrewhouse.com.
Weiss Johnson, whoa.
Hi, Dennis from Weiss Johnson here, and we're excited to be partnering up with the Nielsen Show and have a special deal exclusive for Nielsen Show listeners. Get 10% off any new Trane furnace, air conditioner, or heat pump installation from now until the end of October. Bundle a furnace with an AC or heat pump and get 25% off the package price. Get your home comfort now for all seasons with Weiss Johnson and Trane. Trane, it's hard to stop a train. Visit WJSportstalk.com today.
You've heard the name, but what does it mean? For over 66 years, William Huff Advertising has supplied signage from screen printing to digital to LED with design, production, and install in-house. It's a one-stop shop for all your signage needs. Edmonton owned and operated, William Huff has been trusted by the biggest companies and teams in the City of Champions and many others across the country to do the job. If you're looking for a way to get the word out about your company or event, they are the answer. Go to www.williamhuff.com. Their results speak for themselves.
The Oilers kick off a 5-game homestand as they challenge the Wild. Stuart Skinner starts for Edmonton. Jesper Wallstedt for Minnesota. Tune into the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. Tom Gazzola and Ben Thompson tee up the action. Coverage starts for that at 6 o'clock right here on EST. From Vegas, Carter Hart makes his first start for the Golden Knights taking on the Blackhawks. We also have the Bruins and Red Wings playing as Montreal plays host to Ottawa, having 10 games on the docket. From Philly, Tyson Forster, the Flyers will miss 2 to 3 months with an upper body injury. Meanwhile, the Steelers have claimed Adam Thielen off waivers from the Vikings, with Pittsburgh waiving Darius Slay as well. In MLB news, Dylan Cease has officially signed a 7-year deal with the Jays worth $210 million. To the association, there's 6 games on tap. The Raptors looking to snap a 2-game losing streak when they battle the Trailblazers at 5:30. Elsewhere, ESPN's Shams Charania has reported that Zion Williamson will miss an extended period of time with a right leg injury. He will be reevaluated in 3 weeks. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your Sports Update. Hour 2 of the Reed Wilkins Show starts right now.
Okay, thanks a lot for joining us this afternoon. Oilers game day, start of a 5-game homestand against the Minnesota Wild. 7 o'clock game at Rogers Place. 6 o'clock here on Edmonton Sports Talk for the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show hosted by Tom Gazzola. Some other stats of note. I always look at the special teams. Oilers power play 3rd in the NHL, 30.2%. Wild, pretty good as well, 24.2%. That is 7th. Penalty kill, Edmonton with a slight advantage here. They are 18th at 80.6, coming off a really good game against Seattle. Minnesota, a little bit behind, 79%. That is 22nd in the National Hockey League. Of course, we are coming to you from the Canadian Brewhouse studio. Win big this football season at the Canadian Brewhouse. Score your shot at a trip to the Super Bowl, weekly prizes, and more, plus $1 off Budweiser and Bud Light tankards. Details at thecanadianbrewhouse.com. All right, we want to dive into some other storylines with the current Oilers and things going on in the organization as well. Our next guest is the play-by-play voice for the Oilers farm team, the Bakersfield Condors, in the American Hockey League. He's joining us on the Oil Country Towing video hotline. Oil Country Towing, Edmonton's most trusted 24/7 roadside rescue team. Fast, safe, and reliable for over 15 years. Whether it's game day or a snowstorm, we work as hard as your favorite team to get you going. Call 780-986-6088 for all your towing needs. It is my good buddy, Ryan Holt, checking in. Ryan, you're on with Reed and Jay. How are you doing?
Hey, guys. How we doing? I'm doing great.
It is nice to see. Now, did you guys have not met or virtually met yet, you and Jay?
I think just virtually. Yeah, I don't think he was at the brew house when I was up there enjoying some steak bites during the last playoff run.
Oh, that's right. Which game were you up for again?
That was the Vegas series. It all blends together.
Yes,
Vegas game 3?
What? Now, did you have to bring somebody? Were you bringing
Colin
somebody's
Delia's
equipment?
gear.
What was the story again?
I brought Colin Delia's gear. Yeah, that was who got hurt? Pickard got hurt, and they needed Delia as the emergency option. Rodrigo's already up there serving as Skinner's backup, so I went to LA to grab Colin Delia's gear, get it on a plane because it would be quicker than overnighting it from California. Delia was already on family vacation in Florida. He met the team in Edmonton, and I flew up with his gear.
Right, that's what it was. Well, you did a great job. I mean, you did an incredible job.
Thankfully, he wasn't needed, but he's a great guy.
That's a good point. All right, Ryan, we got to jump in with a guy who is not currently on the Condors, and that is Connor Clattenburg. I have a saying that he plays the way his last name sounds. I mean, I don't know how much Oilers action you've got to see, but maybe just your impression of him in the NHL and what you saw from him with the Condors too.
Yeah, he's just a humble kid who just enjoys playing the game of hockey, no matter what that is. He's got a physical brand of hockey, and before he was recalled by Edmonton, he had probably the most physical game I've seen of anybody at this level. And I don't mean the fights. I don't mean the extracurricular stuff. He was whistle to whistle and just hitting people. And it's an art, I think, that's, being transitioned out a little bit, but I think it's an art that'll always be in the game of hockey and one that's always respected by teammates and certainly by coaching staff. He earned his ice time here in Bakersfield. He was a guy who moved up and down the lineup early on. He's our youngest player, our youngest forward at 20 years old. And, I think there's offense to his game that can be untapped. I think there's a skill set there that can be developed, but I think the other part of his game that doesn't need to be developed is his ability to, impact a game through his physicality. He skates well enough to be able to get in on a forward check and to be able to, bang bodies along the end boards. And, I thought he was impactful when he was here in Bakersfield. He became a quiet fan favorite just because of, his, physicality. And obviously, he does drop the gloves as well. But I think he was inside people's heads here in the American Hockey League. I think he's had a little bit of that already in the NHL. And what a terrific start for him at the NHL level. I don't think anybody could have predicted or, wanted anything more than what he's given at the NHL level, because that's exactly what he was giving here at the AHL level as well, too.
Well, he's quickly blossomed into a favorite here as well for the fans with his physical play. But I wanted to know, are you surprised that he's been able to go from Bakersfield up to the NHL and not change his style? Because oftentimes you can feel like, well, I'm in a box now. I gotta do this. But he's been playing as good as he was down there, maybe even at a different level, better in a way.
Well, I think his game translates for what the Oilers needed at the time. And, now that he's been able to carve out a little bit of a niche at the NHL level, it's about what can you do with that 8 to 10 minutes of ice time a night on the high end, probably, right? And you're going to have the games, like they had in Florida where the game gets away and, you're able to play some more ice time. Or on the flip side, if the game isn't going your way, like against Dallas, you're going to get some more ice time and be able to impact the game that way. And he scores his first NHL goal against the Stars. So I think for him, it's been, an opportunity to do the same things he was doing here at the AHL level, because it does translate at the NHL level. You're not talking about a guy who needs 20, 25 minutes a night here at the AHL and then all of a sudden goes up to the NHL, plays 7 minutes and doesn't really produce, because that's a different style of game. And we see that a lot, not just in the Oilers organization, but anywhere really. He is a grinder. He's a guy who is a checker. He's going to be a PK guy. You can translate that at all levels, no matter how much ice time you're getting, and be impactful with those minutes. He's a plus player at the NHL level. I think he's leading the team in hits during his time there as well, and he's chipping in some offense. So, A+ for everything he's been given here so far.
Yeah, for sure. Ryan Holt joining us, Bakersfield Condors play-by-play voice, joining us on the Oil Country Towing video hotline. All right, a guy who went the other way, though hopefully, at some point he's coming back up to the Oilers. That's Ike Howard. So 5 games with the Condors, 2 goals, 7 points. I mean, pretty good to get over a point a game. How's he been playing?
Yeah, he's been, doing everything that's been asked of him and then some, right? he's getting played in all situations here. Power play, 5-on-5, penalty kill. He's getting some time there as well too. Just kind of adding another tool to his arsenal for when he does get back up to the NHL. And we've seen that a couple of times with, guys who have been in this situation. James Hamlin, Tyler Benson, even a couple of years ago, Ryan McLeod before that. Maybe when they've come down from the NHL, how do we get back up and stick? How do I get some more ice time? And PK is one of those avenues, for a guy like Ike Howard. And the PK has been good here over the last couple of weeks since he's been down here, and he's been a contributor in that regard. But I think for him, it's fun to watch him, Hudson, Szymanski, Mariala, Järventie. There's so much offensive skill on this team right now. They're fun to watch, and they enjoy playing the game. They have a youthful exuberance, and I think for Howard, he's a gifted goal scorer. He's a gifted playmaker. His forechecking has been very good at this level. He's been able to force turnovers along with Hudson and Szymanski. Szymanski kind of being the bull of that line, with Hudson and Howard kind of being the finishers for them. But I think, he's going to have a long NHL career. It's just about carving out a path, like I said, and he's doing everything that's been asked of him here at this level. And, I think sooner rather than later, whenever he gets that opportunity, it'll be a plane ticket and a see you later, and we'll see a training camp, Ike Howard.
Okay, I got to ask about goaltending. Connor Ingram was acquired by the Oilers, and, especially when the Oilers have had a tough night, and they've had a lot so far this season. Are we going to see Connor Ingram? Is he going to replace, Pickard or Skinner or both? Along the way here. I can read his stats. They're not flattering, I guess, in 8 appearances, but how has he been playing, and where is he in terms of possibly taking a step back to the NHL?
Yeah, I think first, answering your question, those decisions are way above my pay grade. So, I'll leave that for the upper management. But, I think he has, much like everyone else here in Bakersfield, has done what's been asked of him. And I think he had a longer runway just because, you got to remember, he didn't have training camp. He was sitting around in Utah kind of waiting to see what was going on. Had a really good debut with us the second weekend of the year, the home opener here in Bakersfield. Took a little bit of a dip. I think some of that was, we went on a long road trip. We went on a 12-day road trip and, some back-to-backs and extensive travel that, let's face it, he hasn't been used to in the last couple of years being in the NHL. So, I think a couple of those starts, I think you can maybe wash away as, the team more than anything, and maybe the defensive, kinks being worked out in front of them. Took about a week and a half, 2-week reset. Matt Tompkins kind of took the ball there for, I think, 4 straight starts. But since he's come back, his last 3 or 4 appearances have been good, has been up to his snuff. I think he's been a .900 save percentage, over that stretch. And, I think the team's getting better in front of him. So, he'll get every opportunity, I think, to, impress here in Bakersfield and then obviously translate that at the NHL level if and when the time does come for him.
All right. And did you guys have your teddy bear toss?
We just had it Saturday night.
How was it?
Griffith scored, and it was terrific. Sold out crowd, great atmosphere. Griff scored 3 minutes into the first period. We ended up beating Henderson 7-4. So plenty of goals out there on the ice. Hudson had 3 points. Järventie had a goal and an assist. So just a fun night all around, and collected almost 8,000 teddy bears for local charities here.
Awesome. Okay, Brian, love talking to you. Great having you on the show. You always give us a great update on what's going on with the Condors. Who knows? Maybe we'll need something delivered from California, and I'll see you at some point this season.
I'm always available. I love my time at Edmonton. I love the brew house up there. So anytime I'm needed, let me know.
Right on. See you, Ryan.
Thanks, guys. Take care.
Ryan Holt on the Oil Country Towing video hotline. So good update. His perspective on Clattenburg, that he's not surprised. He's doing what he was doing in the minors. Good little burst for Howard since he got sent down, and we'll keep an eye on Connor Ingram in net. Did you get this email from RC in Ladner? Because I was able to skim it here. I think we have to read it. It's for the off-topic topic. It's the off-topic topic. Tell us about a disastrous date, a dating disaster story, okay? Presented by William Huff.
Yeah, I'm just opening.
I got it.
Okay.
So this is from RC in Ladner. While in my early 20s, I was living in Calgary at the time. I know, yuck. Had a wicked crush on a friend of a friend. I was playing in the Flag Football League, and I summoned the gumption, bonus points for using gumption,
Big time.
RC, first of all, to invite this young lady as my date to the year-end football banquet in early November. She happily accepted my invitation. Apparently, she had similar feels for me. Nice. On the evening of the banquet, I picked her up in my 1980 Chevy Malibu. The thing was a beast for sure. And then RC points out, I'm referring to the car, not the girl, of course. The venue was in the downtown area, and parking proved to be a bit tricky to find. It was snowing and brutally cold, so I was really trying to find a parking spot near the restaurant so we wouldn't have to walk too far in the wintry conditions. After circling for a few minutes, I found a parking lot less than a block away from our destination and gladly scooped it and escorted my date into the restaurant with a beaming smile on my face, excited to show her off to all my teammates. We had a wonderful time at the function with my team, dinner, dancing, and I even collected an MVP season award to boot.
What a night.
This is a great story so far. This is a great story so far from RC and Ladner. But our off-topic topic isn't perfect dates. It's dating disasters. I sense a dramatic turn coming.
I do too.
As I continue. When it was time to leave, we made our way back to where I parked the old Chev. That's odd. Why is the parking lot gate closed and locked? I looked around frantically to see if there was a phone number to call to get the bloody gate opened. My cute little date was freezing, shivering, and looking at me with diminishing enthusiasm. I happened to look up and see a sign that made my heart sink immediately. It was a giant Ford dealership. That's right, good old RC managed to unknowingly park in a used car dealership lot and wouldn't be able to get my car out until the next day. Talk about embarrassing. I had to get my best buddy to come pick us up. He was dating my sister at the time, so he came along for the ride simply to see the look of dismay on my face and the look of utter disappointment on my date's face. The ride home was some of the most awkward 20 minutes of my life. My sis and Bud were chuckling from the front seats the whole way, while it was dead silence in the back seat with me and the defrosting cutie sitting next to me. We dropped her off at home. I offered to walk her to the door. She declined. I said, hey, we should do this again soon. She hopped out of the car, slammed the door, and proceeded to slip and fall on a patch of ice in her driveway.
No!
She got up quickly, wiped herself off, and made her way inside while shaking her head in disappointment.
Oh, man.
I wondered to myself if that was the last time I would ever see her. Big surprise, never heard from that girl again. Although it's been a topic of lore with my buddy and sister for years since. Cheers, boys, from RC and Ladner.
Wow.
What a story.
Well written. Well, Reed, that was such great storytelling on your behalf. Thanks, RC.
That's
I'm sorry about
sharing.
that, but that's it. That summarizes the off-topic topic in a story. Oh, that was like, there were so many bad things. The car getting locked up, and it started off so good. He's all excited.
Yeah,
he got an award.
Wins the MVP.
And then locked out of a dealership. Sister has to come rescue him. Date is totally ticked off. Date slips and falls. I mean,
I love the confidence, though. Like, he still said to her as she's getting dropped off by the sister and the boyfriend driving, hey, we should do this again sometime.
Wow.
I love that he tried that. That was really good, RC and Ladner. Thank you for sharing that. That's what we're looking for the off-topic topic presented by William Huff. All right, 780-218-9999 is how you text the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. Great job by Ryan Holt to mention that I saw him last season at the Canadian Brewhouse. And, of course, we are coming to you from the Canadian Brewhouse studio. Pizza Sunday back at the Canadian Brewhouse after 4 p.m. Grab an 8-inch, 2-topping pizza for just $9.99. Wash it down with $6.99 doubles and $1 off Bud Light tankards. The Oil Understood and Sarah McClellan, who covers the Minnesota Wild, all coming up.
It's a clash between the two 97s. The Oilers playing host to the Red Hot Wild, who had just one regulation loss in November. Tom Gazzola, Ben Thompson tee up the game during the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show that goes live at 6 right here on EST. 9 other games around the NHL. The Golden Knights and Blackhawks square off. Carter Hart in the pipes for Vegas. That's his first start since the 2023-24 season. Meanwhile, the Leafs and Panthers go toe-to-toe. Toronto's Brandon Carlo is now out with a long-term injury, lower body, and might require surgery after being reevaluated yesterday for an issue that's kept him out since November 13th. Over to the CFL, the Elks have signed Brandon Barlow to an extension. He's signed through the 2026 season, with the veteran playing all 18 games for the Elks in 2025. And the Alouettes have inked Jose Maltos Diaz to an extension as well. He's locked up for the next 2 seasons. That contract runs through 2027. Steelers news, they've claimed 35-year-old Adam Thielen off waivers from the Vikings, waiving Darius Slay in response as well. And the Raptors are back in action, taking on the Trailblazers at 5:30 for a total of 6 games going on around the NBA. The Oil Understood for GCL Diesel brings us back after the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric.
Craig Button.
The easiest thing to say is, oh, by the way, yeah, he had character issues. Oh, really? Is that your excuse for blowing the pick? Really? Do you know who had character issues? Like the Edmonton Oilers scouting staff not recognizing that this guy would have changed the character of their goaltending.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric. Weekday mornings 6 to 9. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
When you cater with Royal Pizza, you're getting the same great pizzas, pastas, and salads you love, just bigger and built for a crowd. Perfect for teams, offices, or parties, Royal Pizza's catering brings real value around $10 per person. Delicious, high quality, and easy. If you like their pastas, you'll love their catering pastas even more. Visit royalpizza.ca or contact your local store for exact pricing and details.
So come on home, Royal Pizza, still making it great.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
When gambling, set a budget before you play. Stay informed and visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, use your game sense. Boxing Day rocks at River Cree. December 26th, live in the venue. Hysteria, tribute of Def Leppard. And Blackout, tribute to the Scorpions. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
Since 1952, William Huff has been the heartbeat of Edmonton's advertising world. From humble beginnings to a citywide powerhouse, we've been the go-to for signage from print to design and installation. Partnering with Edmonton's top sports franchises and major events, we've helped shape the city's global reputation. Our secret? Unmatched customer service, decades of experience, and a passion for excellence we call the William Huff Advantage. Visit us online at williamhuff.com.
Why did you leave me so fast? You never gave me a helping chance. Just fall out, stay with me.
Signature track from the Sherwood Park area band North Shore, the 2002 classic Fallout. You know, I know the singer of this band.
How?
I work with him.
Goob?
No.
I've been asked this before, and I want to do it because I have all that whole album digitized, right? I guess. I want to upload that to the Nasty Club.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you can get your song, like the EST morning songs.
Yeah.
People have asked, so I would.
Yeah, I'd listen.
Why
to it.
not?
Yeah. That's a good idea.
I've played that in front of my children.
What do they think?
Not.
Do they think Dad's a rock star?
Well, I'm like, do you like this song? Yeah. Who is it? I'm like, that's me. Just mouths. What?
Where did you record it again?
You were in a band? Sherwood Park School of Music.
Oh, nice. Yeah. How many sessions did it take?
Like 2.
just hammered it out, eh?
2 nights.
Just hammered it out.
We did. I mean, I did vocals, so I was kind of the last guy to come in.
Okay, right.
So I don't know how many sessions it took for the other guys.
They're in there for weeks. You just come in on the last day.
Yeah, I really wish we did a better recording. And maybe there's somebody out there that can take it and put it in a thing that makes it better. I don't know. But it sounds so tinny. It was awful recording.
Oh. Well, I don't know. Maybe
we were better live,
You're better live. You guys are really a live band.
We were.
That's where you really shone.
That's where we showed it.
Oh, that's incredible. All right. Give us a thumbs up if you're on YouTube. So our bare minimum we want to hit every show is 100. We need 20 thumbs to get to there. We would love to hit 100 but let's start with 100. Let's start with 100. I mean, we're really on pace for 160 because we're at 79. And the show's only half over. So don't be a pleasure delayer. Give us the thumbs up. Let's see how high we can go. And I know I say this all the time, but I want to say it for newer people. I'm not just pandering. So, look, we got a thumbs up. This helps build Edmonton Sports Talk. Okay? It helps build the algorithm on the magic of the internet. Oh, the people who listen to this show or other show, maybe you're going to like this. They'll try to match it all up for you.
The algorithm is real.
The algorithm is totally real.
It's terrifying, but real.
Yes. Terrifying, yet real. It's the algorithm.
Written by, use a pseudonym. Huh?
Yes, I'd use a pseudonym if I wrote a horror film.
Okay, if you were a writer of books, what pseudonym? Or, it is interesting. Because I didn't really think about it when I first got into this industry.
Right.
But I could have come on here with a totally fake name.
Yeah. What's your middle name again?
John.
You could have been
Johnny Rocket.
J. Johns.
J. Johns.
Because some people just take their middle name and pretend it's their last name. So if you ever have somebody, not always, but sometimes if there's somebody it sounds like they have 2 first names, they're probably using their middle name as their on-air name.
Like Lieutenant Eric has done it.
Is what?
He's kind of done that.
Yeah.
He's Lieutenant Eric.
Everybody knows him as Lieutenant Eric. Yeah, you get known by... Now, some people's names aren't close at all. It's a totally different...
Right.
But if I were to write a book, I'd want it to be my name.
You would?
Yeah.
You'd want the vanity of that.
Yes, exactly.
Of course. I don't blame you.
But if for some reason I had to write a book and use a pseudonym, I don't know what I would pick. I don't know.
Scott Walker.
Yeah. Chance McGillicuddy.
McGillicuddy.
That's a good one.
Chance McBoogerton.
Yeah, Booger McBoogerton. That would be my. But then people would know it was me.
When you write,
at least the people who listen to the show would know it was me.
Autobiography later in life.
Yeah, I'm gonna write an autobiography with a pseudonym. Yeah, that's
that would kind of be
that would kind of defeat the purpose of the autobiography.
No, but that would be the shtick. That would really deliver what you want.
Yeah, I'd have to change everything.
Mex says my name isn't actually Mex Bezozu.
That's sad.
I feel sad that his name gets butchered all the time. Mex Bezozu. It's not Mex Bezozu. It's Mex Bezozu.
Bezozu. Yeah. Whoever just call him Mex.
Mex.
Oh, my goodness. We're having fun today. Hopefully it's a fun one tonight at Rogers Place. The Edmonton Oilers taking on the Minnesota Wild. They have not lost in regulation time in almost a month, as they are 14-7-5 on the season. The Oilers 11-10-5, finally playing a string of home games. They've played about 2/3 of their games away from home so far. I'll do clue number 3 here in the Hudson's Canada's Pub Mystery Athlete of the Game. Is this a good time to do it?
Yes.
So we're going to give the winner here a $25 gift card to Hudson's Canada's Pub. You must text in your guesses to the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox, 780-218-9999. Maximum 3 guesses per person. Jay keeps track of all that stuff. The third clue is Watson. So the clues to this point, Vegas, 32, Watson.
Okay, what do you think?
I think that I've given 3 clues. And if we need a 4th one, I'll give it out later. That's all I think. Well, I may think other things, but that's all I'm willing to reveal.
This comes in on the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox from Barry the Cheer.
Oh, yeah.
Quick question. If someone was maybe bringing in snacks for the EST team, if he had to pick up a gift card at the same time, is there anything that the team at EST might prefer as a treat?
Well, we're happy with almost anything.
We are. We're easy to please. He usually delivers.
Yeah, he usually comes through big time.
We'd
appreciate whatever was brought.
Probably more so gummies. Gummy candies.
He brought in the Nerds clusters.
Yes.
The gummy clusters.
Those were a hit.
Yes. Our teeth have since fallen out.
Our teeth are rotting.
They were a hit.
These are fake. Barry, you don't need to do that. And we believe in you. We trust you.
Yeah, really, we don't. We are
just flattered.
We are flattered and honored when people bring things in. We do not expect it. It's truly a treat for us. All right. So the 3rd clue, Watson, and we'll give out the 4th clue maybe in about half an hour or so ish if nobody gets it. It's the oil understood for GCL Diesel, providers of the best diesel engine components around, from turbochargers to injectors, fuel pumps to sensors. They are the critical engine component experts, proud to serve Edmonton and Northern Alberta for over 50 years, and now a partner of Edmonton Sports Talk and the Reed Wilkins Show. GCL Diesel. Diesel. Understood. All right. So, Oilers in Vegas tonight, goaltending matchup, Skinner against Wallstead. Certainly some star power in this game with Kaprizov and McDavid and Draisaitl and Boldy. He's a pretty good player. I know you want to ask Sarah McClellan about him. She's from the Minnesota Star Tribune. She's going to be joining us here in about 10 or 15 minutes. As for some thoughts here from your Edmonton Oilers today, Chris Knobloch looking at the Minnesota Wild.
A very good team, very explosive. They've got some very dangerous players on their first and second line, and also their defensemen, for the most part, all of them move the puck really well and they get involved. And you see, obviously, they're playing very well lately. I believe they've got 11 wins in the last 14 games, and the goaltending that they get when they do make mistakes, their goaltending's been phenomenal during this stretch. So, yeah, they've got a good team. When they do make mistakes, they're getting some really key saves. I think the most part, I think with their team, just they've got some very dynamic, dangerous players that you giving them an opportunity, they capitalize on it.
All right, some thoughts there from Chris Knobloch on the Minnesota Wild, tonight's opponent. The Oilers did win 2 of the 3 games between these 2 teams last season. One of the things that's been talked about here is the Oilers back home. The schedule has slowed down. That 7-game road trip was played over the course of 11 games. They didn't practice since they've been, I know they went to Seattle, but they had a couple practices last week, practiced yesterday as well. Leon Draisaitl asked about having more practice time.
It's nice sometimes. Obviously, sometimes it's nice to be in a rhythm of playing games, but I think obviously we've played a lot of hockey, so sometimes you lose a little bit of the puck touches in games, right? So when you don't get the chance to practice, so it's nice to get some of those touches in and keep the energy high, and comes at the right time, I think.
Well, yeah, I mean, they played a ton of hockey. We talk about how many road games, but it's funny what he said, though.
It's nice sometimes. Obviously, sometimes it's nice to be in a rhythm of playing games. But
it's like, practicing is good, but they all prefer the games.
Who wouldn't?
they prefer the games.
Yeah.
I mean, probably ideally, if a hockey team just played every second day and practiced sometimes on the days between games, players would probably be thrilled.
Oh, probably.
Or if every week they played Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday off, Monday practice, Tuesday game, Wednesday maybe optional practice, Thursday game, Friday okay practice, Saturday play, Sunday off. That's probably if a hockey player could draw it up. Okay, a couple practices in a week, but let's play 3 games.
Yeah, but to what he said there, being in a rhythm of gameplay, that's good if you're say 8-0-2
winning
or 8-1-1.
Right.
Not so good if it's the other way around, right? Which the Oilers have. I just can't see how this practice time here, these days off, a little bit of a breather from the aggressive schedule early in the season.
Right.
I just can't see how that can't help.
The Oilers, of course, in November went 6-6-2 after going 5-4-3 in the month of October. The Oilers have not won back-to-back games in regulation time since basically the start of the year. They beat Vancouver 3-1 in their second game of the year on October 11th. They beat the Rangers 2-0 on October 14th. The Oilers have won back-to-back games since then, not often, just a couple of times, but they haven't been in regulation. They beat Ottawa and Montreal back-to-back. Ottawa was in overtime. Montreal was 6-5. They beat Columbus and Philadelphia back-to-back. Both those games were in overtime. So a couple of regulation wins were almost at 2 months for that happening. The Minnesota Wild, just an incredible run. They started the season, well, not great. They were 2-3-1 at some point. At one point, then they had an overtime loss. They had a win. They had a couple losses. They had a couple overtime losses. They had another loss. And then in November, they went 11-1-2. And their last regulation loss was a road game against Carolina on November 6th. So since then, 9 wins, an overtime loss, and a shootout loss. So they've been one of the hottest teams in the league if you look at the past month of hockey. A little bit more here from Leon Draisaitl. So look, this is going to be, Jay, whether you like it or not, a measuring stick game for the Oilers.
Sure.
They beat Seattle. I thought they played well. I know we've heard from some audience members who have said, I don't care, Reed. You should beat Seattle. I don't care what the score was. I don't care how they did it. That's like a free space on the bingo card. I don't necessarily agree with that. I think you can only play who's up on the schedule. But you can't deny the fact that the Oilers played the Colorado Avalanche and got humiliated. Then these are the last 3 home games, right? Then they played the Columbus Blue Jackets, who are not a top team in the league, but they were an opponent, and the Oilers should have lost. Fair to say?
Mm-hmm.
Fluky, shorthanded goal to tie it. And then they had a home game against the Dallas Stars, and they got humiliated. 4-0 in the first period, lost 8-3. With, quite frankly, Colorado didn't call off the Dogs, I didn't think. I thought Dallas kind of called off the Dogs, and we're almost like, well, okay, if you're not going to defend us, I guess we have to score. Where Colorado, I thought, was more going for 10.
Yeah.
I thought if Dallas would have gone for it, they might have got 11 or 12. So 2 of these last 3 games on home ice, the Oilers have been throttled by very, very good teams. So it's pretty easy to argue, well, however well the Oilers do against the rest of the league, fine, but you're not even in the stratosphere of the better teams. And now Minnesota, if you look at the last month, is one of the better teams. So Draisaitl was asked about being better on home ice against these excellent clubs.
Yeah, we don't need to overthink it. We've certainly laid a couple complete eggs here at home, but just go out and keep it simple. It's a cliche, but just get to our game. Just make it feel like playing the game that we want to play and have that intensity, and then we'll be fine.
Well, yeah, those other games, they didn't play the way they wanted to play. They weren't intense. We'll see what they can do against the Wild tonight. Knobloch got a similar question.
The 2 of the last 3 games have been very underwhelming performances by our team against very good teams. Minnesota is one of the best teams in the league right now, especially the way they're playing. It's going to be another test like we had the previous games. So, I like our energy. I like how we're engaged. We're a lot better defensively. We're tighter. And we're going to need that against this team. They really capitalize on mistakes. So we're going to have minimize our mistakes, but also be in a position to defend after those situations occur.
All right. Well, that's the one thing I liked about Saturday's game. I mean, they really didn't hand Seattle chances. Now, is Seattle as good to force mistakes and get those chances? I suppose maybe not. This Minnesota team is good. I mean, they can skate. They got Hartman, who's an agitator. Was that last year he got suspended or the year before? Weren't we talking about Hartman on the show last year? He did something to an Oilers player behind the net. Zuccarello's a good player. This will be a good test. They got good defensemen and clearly Wallstedt, young goaltender who's incredibly hot right now.
I agree. It'll be a test. And if the Oilers can come out and take this game tonight, I think it sets them up on a good path for the remaining 4 games of this homestand. Because would you say that this is the most difficult opponent they're going to face in this 5-game homestand?
Well, I guess standings-wise.
They've got Minnesota tonight, Seattle here Thursday, Winnipeg here Saturday, Buffalo here Tuesday, and then caps off with the Red Wings here on December 11th.
A couple of those teams have already beaten the Oilers this season. But
yeah.
Winnipeg's a good team, though I guess they're struggling. They're kind of in a little bit of a crisis themselves.
And Minnesota's on a heater.
Yeah.
Some would say they're due.
So I believe they are due.
Jesper Wallstedt's due. You know they've only given up 3 goals once in their last 14 games?
That's amazing.
That's incredible.
Well, that's how you win. I mean, when the Oilers had their 16-game streak a couple of years ago, I think they only allowed 3 or more goals twice, I want to say.
5-on-5. Minnesota has allowed 43 goals.
Okay.
The Oilers have allowed 66.
Well, that doesn't surprise me that's the gap.
Jeepers.
Edmonton Sports Talk presented by Play Alberta. Why settle for less when you can have it all? Only Play Alberta brings you casino games, live dealers, lottery, instants, and sports betting all in one place. Players can get a $50 casino bonus by depositing $50 and using the code EST Sports. Don't forget to use your game sense. We'll get some more information on the Minnesota Wild from Sarah McClellan. When we get back, she covers the team for the Minnesota Star Tribune. We got buying or selling straight ahead as well. Our courageous moment and words of the day are all going to be in the final hour. Here comes the Coop.
The Oilers kick off a 5-game homestand challenging the Wild. Stuart Skinner in the crease for the Oilers. Jesper Wallstedt for the Wild. Tune into the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. Tom Gazzola and Ben Thompson tee up the game. Coverage starts at 6 o'clock right here on EST. In Vegas, Carter Hart makes his first start for the Golden Knights, taking on the Blackhawks. Other action sees the Flames and Predators matching up, the Stars and Rangers clashing, while the Caps and Kings go at it, having 10 games in the NHL. Back in E-Town, the Elks have extended Brandon Barlow to 1-year extension. The 27-year-old playing in all 18 games for the Double E last season. NFL news, Adam Thielen has been claimed by the Steelers off waivers from the Vikings. Darius Slay being waived from Pittsburgh as well. In MLB news, Dylan Cease has officially signed a 7-year deal with the Jays worth $210 million. That's now the largest free agent contract signing in Jays history. To the association, there's 6 games on the docket. The Raptors looking to snap a 2-game slide when they battle the Trailblazers with tip-off at 5:30. We get some more perspective on the Minnesota Wild after the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
The EST Hangout.
I do think a mildly competitive activity is always a good sort of first, second date sort of activity.
If you suck, if like it's both of us playing, like you sucked at bowling, I'd be like you suck.
That'd be an ick for you?
Kind of. It's like you want them to be good at it, and like, but then if I sucked, I would feel horrible.
The EST Hangout, presented by Sentinel Storage. Weekday mornings 9 to 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Sentinel Storage is proud to partner with Toy Mountain in support of Big Brothers Big Sisters Boys and Girls Club. Between now and December 19th, drop off a new unwrapped toy at a Sentinel Storage near you and bring a smile to a child this holiday season.
Hockey is heating up, and so is the excitement on Play Alberta. With casino winners every hour, jackpots worth millions, and revenue that stays in the province, there's never been a better time to sign up. Right now, our listeners can score a $50 free bet when they make a minimum $50 deposit with code EST50. That's code EST50 for a $50 free bet. Start playing with your game sense today to find out if you're Alberta's next winner. Must be 18 plus to play. If you gamble, please use your game sense.
EST Afternoons.
If you're Connor McDavid and you don't see a GM doing anything, you made this huge decision to try to help. If there's nothing done and it says year-end meetings, okay, Connor, we couldn't, now we can go. You have to be hitting it out of the park with every single decision you made, or else it's see you later.
EST Afternoons, weekday afternoons 1 to 3, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Where holiday cheer meets great beer. This season, celebrate at the Canadian Brewhouse. From plated dinners and festive buffets to casual pub-style parties, we've got the perfect space for your crew. Book your holiday party today at thecanadianbrewhouse.com.
The Oil Stream.
I could see Seattle dropping out. I could see San Jose maybe finishing around 500, but not quite above. And then I think Winnipeg and Edmonton might come up and push teams out.
If you were in Vegas right now and you're looking at the Golden Knights, would you have some concern that this team isn't as strong as it once was?
Well, they aren't. I mean, they always kind of find a way to be
The
good.
Oil Stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
All right, thanks for joining us this afternoon. Hey, great stuff on YouTube. We are over 100 thumbs, but we don't want to stop. Let's see how high we can go. Keep clicking that thumbs up. Well, click the thumbs up if you haven't. If you have, share the show link with somebody else. Bring them into our great community here on Edmonton Sports Talk. Checking out the Reed Wilkins Show with Jason Milne. The Oilers game tonight at 7. So our broadcasting day will continue. This show ends at 6. And then Tom Gazzola is going to take over the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show to get you ready for this one. And then he's on right after the game with the Oil Stream postgame show. I join him on that for Reed's Read for Ewell, as we'll break down whatever happens between the Oilers and the Minnesota Wild. The Minnesota Wild doing very, very well lately. To discuss that, joining us on the Oil Country Towing Hotline, it's always great to catch up with Sarah McClellan from the Minnesota Star Tribune. Sarah, it's Reed and Jay. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you guys?
Doing very well. It's nice to talk to you. We've been doing this for a while because we always used to talk about the arena situation in Arizona. Wasn't that how we first started doing interviews, I think?
Oh, probably. Yes. Years ago.
And you're, what's your hometown again? Because you're from the Edmonton area.
Yep. I was born here and lived here for a little bit of my childhood. And then I worked in Arizona growing up there too. So yeah, I've kind of seen it all. Little bit of different markets, that's for sure. Seeing here in Edmonton, and then what happened in Arizona with the Coyotes, and yeah, now I cover the Wild.
Yes, well, it's nice. You didn't have to cover a team in a 5,000 seat rink, so that's good. All right, that aside, thanks for hopping on the show. The Wild are good. We got to start in net. Jesper Wallstedt, I mean, virtually unbeatable in the 9 appearances he has so far this season. Take us, and I know the Oilers could have drafted him a few years ago as well. What can you tell us kind of about his development within the organization and now that he's having his chance to shine here?
Yeah, it's taken some time for him, I think, to obviously arrive in the NHL to the level, and the performance that he's had this season. But this is kind of how he was drafted. He was drafted as a very technically savvy goaltender, a very by the book, in the right spot at the right time, technically sound goaltender out of Sweden. And so he came over from Sweden a few years back, started his pro career in North America. And actually, he was supposed to get quite a few NHL reps last season. The Wild wanted to do a 3-goalie system with him, Philip Gustafsson, and Marc-Andre Fleury. But they were so up against the salary cap last season, and they got gutted with injuries, that they just didn't have the cap space to keep Wallstedt on the roster once the season started and the injuries happened. So he had to go down to the minors. And that was obviously a curveball for him, a young goalie, a rookie, thinking that he was going to be able to build off of the few games he'd already had, making his NHL debut, playing alongside Fleury and Gustafsson. And, kind of setting up for this season, obviously, with Fleury retiring and him and Gustafsson being the duo. So change of plans. He goes to Iowa in the American Hockey League and just struggles. He played well previously in his AHL career. but just struggled. And it was a lot for him mentally. It was just a lot for him to deal with, and just kind of really getting to a low place, having to work out of it, not only on the ice, but just mentally for him to kind of wrap his head around where he was going to be, where his career was going. So he comes back this season. He's the backup. It's him and Gustafsson. And, he's just played himself now to the point where they're in a rotation and they just keep rotating, alternating between the two. He's yet to lose in regulation with the Wild. He's just competitive, and you're going to see that tonight, with the way that he's played. Most recently for him, to help the Wild defeat Colorado in a shootout. He swallows a lot of pucks. He doesn't give up a lot of rebounds when he's on his game. And I think that's obviously, really helped this Wild team because they were leaking goals early. It was very tough for them defensively early in the season. It's been kind of a tale of two seasons so far. But as they turned their game around, it's really been emblematic of what's happened in their net. And just, pucks get swallowed up, not a lot of drama around their net, not a lot of, chaos in front of their crease. And Wallstedt really has kind of embodied that steady, calm demeanor in net. And he's had, obviously, a terrific start to his first full season in the NHL.
Sarah McClellan joining us from the Minnesota Star Tribune. I want to ask you, Sarah, about Matt Boldy. He's got 7 points in his last 5 games. General Manager Bill Guerin had stated in the past that he thought that Boldy had a 50-goal, 50-assist potential. Fell short of that last year, but he's on pace to achieve that this season. In Edmonton, we have Draisaitl to McDavid. Is it fair to say that Boldy is I don't know, Batman Robin to Kaprizov in Minnesota?
Production-wise, the way that they complement each other, it's fair because they're on separate lines. They had played together in the past. I think, maybe most recently, most memorably was in the playoffs last season versus Vegas when the two of them just took off. So they've been line mates before, but right now they're really gelling on separate lines. Kirill Kaprizov's been reunited with Matt Zuccarello. And Matt Boldy is actually kind of playing on a shutdown line with Joel Eriksson Ek and Marcus Johansson. But it's kind of unique in a shutdown line in that, they can score and they can produce and, they don't give up a lot, but they're, probably a lot of times because they're not having to play as much defense because they have the puck. And Boldy really kind of embodies that new age two-way superstar, right? Like kind of a Draisaitl mode in that he's on the penalty kill, he's on the power play, he's going to score a lot of goals. But he really is, made strides with his defensive play. That's become much more prominent part of his repertoire as a pro. Doesn't give up a lot, very mindful of both sides of the puck, very hard on the puck, right? Like is able to win pucks, battles on the board just the other day against Buffalo, picked the puck up Alex Tuch along the wall, skated to the net and scored. And, especially you think, when he was drafted, very highly touted scorer coming out of the NDTP program, coming out of college hockey. But the way he's been able to expand his defensive game, like I said, it just kind of reminds you of just how the way the superstars are trending in today's game. They play in all situations. They're able to play a lot of minutes and be utilized. And he really is that for the Wild. There's someone now, on this kind of shutdown line that'll probably see a lot of McDavid and or Draisaitl tonight. But yeah, in his own right, continues to be able to score and just be a top scorer and producer in this league.
All right, Sarah, I know it's game day, and you had a window here to talk with us. So thank you very much for making time for us. We always enjoy your perspective. Yeah, the Wild have been incredible lately, so hopefully it's a good showdown tonight. Really appreciate it, and hope we can talk again soon.
Sounds good. Take care.
Sarah McClellan checking in from the Minnesota Star Tribune on the good stuff there on Wallstedt. How they wanted to have the 3 goalies last year. Weren't able to do that. His season in the minors, as she said, could have been better, but clearly you can't do much better than he is this year. 7-0-2, 1.93 goals against average, .936 save percentage. Of course, this will be his first appearance against the Edmonton Oilers. All right. Do we have a winner? I want to give the 4. I want to see if the Coob can get it. Coob, do you want to play? We'll see if people can get it for fun.
Sure.
So our old buddy Mex, he lived through the moratorium of not being able to win, and I don't know how he gets these all the time.
He explained to me, but I won't say anything yet.
It's insane how he gets it.
I won't say anything yet.
I was trying to make this difficult.
Give the clues again and then give it the fourth
I
one.
feel too hopeless. Why should I?
Read.
No, whatever. Mex will just guess it again.
Don't give up
He'll
hope.
probably guess the next one ahead of time.
Stop it. Stop it.
I don't even want to do it. All right. So Hudson's Canada's Pub mystery athlete of the game. So now you can post in the nasty chat if you think you know who it is. Who were some of the wrong guesses, by the way? Did Jonathan Quick get guessed?
Oh, yeah.
Vegas 32 were the first clues.
CJ Watson.
And Watson was the third clue. All right, so Coob, the clues are Vegas 32, Watson, and the fourth clue I was going to give out, if necessary, Severance.
Vegas
32, Watson, Severance.
Oh, wow.
Post in the nasty chat if you think you know it. Mex has already won.
No, I can't even think of a name now that you say Severance. Mark somebody?
Good guess. Try
Oof.
the other version of Mark.
The other version of Mark.
Well, the real life version of Mark.
Oh, Scout? I don't know.
No, the actual real version.
Oh, Adam Scott.
Adam Scott, golfer, is the mystery athlete.
I was like, the other version of him, you mean is Audi?
No, is actually the actor.
Yeah. Okay.
So Mex said that was just some lucky Googling, I guess.
Oh,
and he
come
also
on.
said, I know Reed has been watching a different Adam Scott lately.
This
in
is
Severance.
horrible.
He got your Severance reference. He got your Severance
No,
reference before the Severance
A lot
was
of highs
referenced.
and lows on this show. You know, yesterday I nailed words of the day.
Yeah.
And now I've been beaten with a tennis racket by Mex. That's what it feels like. Or it's like he took a 9-iron to my car.
Are you kidding me?
So the clues were Vegas. So golfer Adam Scott attended UNLV, University of Nevada, Las Vegas. Second clue, 32. That is the number of professional wins, both in Australia and on the PGA Tour by Adam Scott, who is Australian. Third clue was Watson. Where do you think this one comes from, Coop?
I don't know.
In 2013, Adam Scott won the Masters. Bubba Watson, as the previous year's winner, adorned him with the green jacket. I don't know if that's proper usage of anything.
You would have been like, how old in 2013? 7?
I would have been 10 years old.
10 years old?
Yes, and I wasn't watching much golf.
He beat Angel Cabrera in a playoff. Severance was the fourth clue. Adam Scott, not the golfer, but the name of the person is the actor in Severance, which I have been watching. I have 4 episodes left. If I was going to do a fifth clue, it would have been Uncle Ben, because Adam Scott played Uncle Ben in that Madam Web movie. You probably don't get that at all.
No. I would have been equally lost.
Uncle Ben, I would have thought Spider-Man.
Yes, that's Madam Web. He plays Uncle Ben.
We have an accusation here.
Bring it on.
We have an accusation from Nolan from St. Albert.
Okay.
He figures Mex has got to be using Chat GPT. Now,
But anybody could use that. Anybody could use
anybody
that.
could use it. And B, I don't can you do that on Chat GPT? Can you put in clues and it'll spit out go on there, Reed.
Oh, I definitely imagine you can. You just have to tell them what you're looking for. Like, put these parameters, who can relate to Vegas.
That'd be awesome if Chat GPT could do that. I don't know that
Some people are good at stuff. Mex is good at getting the mystery athlete. So he gets the $25 gift card to Hudson's Canada's Pub. I get face full of shame.
I don't think you should be so distraught, Reed, about people getting your
no, we want people to win. We actually do want people to win.
He
That's
does
true.
admit
I'm
to
being
trying
difficult.
the use of Chat GPT, and it doesn't give me good answers, he says. Well, Mex has always been strong at this. That's why we had to institute. Now Mex can't win till just before Christmas.
3 weeks.
Yep.
Yeah. The 55-yard line says Mex is just cleverer than the rest of us. Well, 55-yard line, you better post while you can. Speaking of severance and losing your existence at work,
he's never going to go away. The 55-yard line will always be in our hearts. Hey, speaking of which, yesterday we had Mark Killam in studio.
Very good.
I got the sense he didn't like the field changes so much.
Yeah, I got the sense he wasn't a fan of some of the rule changes.
Yeah. Well, a special teams coordinator for most of his career. He likes the option of having an explosive kick returner back there, returning missed field goals.
Who's this? Jack and Dax? Did I say that right? In the nasty chat. By the way, you can post in the nasty chat on YouTube. Give us a thumbs up there as well if you haven't already. It says ChatGPT is good if you can manipulate it into bypassing its normal protocols. I feel like that should be read in a robot voice. ChatGPT is good if you can manipulate it into bypassing its normal protocols. Bypassing protocols now.
Mex says, or VR Montenegro says, Mex uses Ask Jeeves.
Wasn't that one of the first search engines?
Yeah.
Wasn't there one called Dogpile too? Was there a search engine called Dogpile back in the day?
I don't know. I used to use Alta Vista.
I used to use Yahoo, and then now I use Google.
Does Alta Vista still exist?
That's a good question.
It no longer exists as a standalone site. It'd be shutting down Alta Vista on July 8th, 2013, after a decade of search engine being integrated into Yahoo search.
Oh, wow. Now, there's still Hotmail, though.
Hotmail?
Yeah, Hotmail still exists. Who owns Hotmail? Was that a Microsoft product? Is that because you can still... People, I will still sometimes get an email address from somebody, and it'll be at hotmail.com.
Oh, it's Jim. Well, Jim Hotmail.
Yeah.
It's the guy that invented it.
Microsoft owns Hotmail.
So can you still get a Hotmail account, or are you just grandfathered in if you had one?
Well, I've never had one. I don't see people really yearning for Hotmail accounts, so I would say no, but I can use the interwebs to decide it. I know people who still have them.
Can you set up a Hotmail account?
I should try to right now.
Yeah, thecoob at hotmail.com.
You know what we should
Please
do? Because I never did it. Is MySpace still a thing?
I think MySpace might be gone. I never had a MySpace.
It's here.
You can still go on MySpace?
Yeah.
No way. What?
Yeah.
I thought it was just owned by Facebook and they
MySpace.com.
Is it the same one?
What's this?
It might be.
I don't know what it is, Coop, because I don't know what it used to be. I never had a MySpace.
It might be like tapes.com.
That's a good point. All right. My buddy Zip, who's a huge Van Halen fan, obviously has the YouTube stream going. He says, is Milne trying to seduce me wearing that shirt because it's working? The Van Halen tapes. That's incredible. So sometime in the future, you'll wear your Van Halen tape shirt, and I'll wear my Def Leppard tape shirt that you apparently got me for a forbidden Christmas gift.
Stop it. If it's not the shirt, you're going to be disappointed.
Yeah, it is. Well, you shouldn't have, I guess you shouldn't have broken the rule of not buying each other gifts. You've only set yourself up for disappointment.
Now I have mopey face. I don't even want to do that. You're going to be surprised.
All right. We're going to recover our feelings.
I'll tell you this.
We're going to have stronger feelings.
Tell you this.
What?
No, I won't. Screw that. I'm not telling you anything more about your Christmas gift that you don't want, but you will receive.
Well, it's not that I don't want it. It's just we said, okay, we just kind of casually were like, hey, never get each other gifts. Okay, good. Or I'll just bring you a Cruffin on your birthday, which I did.
I would take a Cruffin.
Or it was your birthday week. Abuski says, I still have an AOL mail account. Charlie, I have an account in Hotmail. Yes, it's still available. Chaos Jester says, Yahoo Mail here. Does that mean we have to go to the Chaos Jester's house or place of business? Yahoo Mail's so antiquated. You have to go physically get it. You have to go physically get a code for it.
I still have a Yahoo account.
I do. Yeah, I run in my CFL pool through it. Yeah. Oh, what are we doing? We got to do a break. We're tardy into the break. Speaking of hot for teacher.
2 guys and a goalie.
In 3 games played, Connor Clattenburg has made more of an impact than the 26 games Trent Frederick has played.
I have to hire it, but I thought he made his mark against the Seattle Kraken.
Fire it, because Frederick has had more of an impact.
In a negative way?
Just a negative impact.
2 guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
Weiss Johnson, whoa.
Hi, Dennis from Weiss Johnson here, and we're excited to be partnering up with the Nielsen Show and have a special deal exclusive for Nielsen Show listeners. Get 10% off any new Trane furnace, air conditioner, or heat pump installation from now until the end of October. Bundle a furnace with an AC or heat pump and get 25% off the package price. Get your home comfort now for all seasons with Weiss Johnson and Trane. Trane, it's hard to stop a train. Visit wjsportstalk.com today.
You could set up your Christmas tree in the last available spot in the house, or you can create the space you need with Sentinel Storage. Get the most out of Christmas. Buy Canadian, store Canadian. Try 4 weeks free. Visit sentinelstorage.ca.
Running your own small business takes courage, and as it grows, so does your team. That's why Alberta Blue Cross offers health, dental, life, disability, and wellness benefits designed for small businesses, because we know a healthy team means a thriving business. Join over 5,000 Alberta businesses who have chosen us to help their business grow and succeed. Alberta Blue Cross takes care of you and your employees, so you can take care of your business. Visit ab.bluecross.ca to find a plan that's right for you.
At Mind360, we invite you to embark on your mental health journey in a safe and comfortable space. Conveniently located in St. Albert, Mind360 has a diverse team of experienced clinicians that offer a broad range of tailored services for children, adults, and families. Furthermore, we are very proud to serve our military, veterans, and first responders. If you're looking for counseling, treatment, or assessment, understand that you are not alone. Contact Mind360 at mind360.ca to book an appointment today.
It's a clash between the two 97s as the Oilers play host to the Red Hot Wild, who had just one regulation loss in November. Tom Cazzola, Ben Thompson preview the game during the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. That goes live at 6 o'clock right here on EST. 9 games in the NHL, 4 about to get underway. For 10 games, 9 other games. It's the Senators and Canadians matching up, the Bruins and Red Wings dancing, the Lightning looking to strike the Islanders, while the Rangers and Stars hit the ice. In Elks news, Brandon Barlow has signed an extension with the Double E for next season. The 27-year-old joined the team last year, coming from Toronto, recording 35 defensive tackles in 18 games. For the Steelers, they've claimed 35-year-old Adam Thielen off waivers from the Vikings, waiving Darius Slay in response, and the Raptors, they're back in action, taking on the Trailblazers at home, both teams on a 2-game slide with tip-off at 5:30. Total of 6 games in the association with Washington and Philly just about to get things going. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your Sports Update, Hour 3. The Reed Wilkins Show starts right now.
All right, counting you down to the Oilers game tonight against Les Wild de Minnesota. 7 o'clock at Rogers Place, start of a 5-game homestand for the Oilers. The Oilers have had 2 horrific losses on home ice. Their overall record not bad at home, 5-2-2. The Wild are 6-4-1 on the road. Minnesota's leading scorer is Kirill Kaprizov with 31 points in 26 games. The Oilers are led by Connor McDavid, 36 points in 26 games. So they both played 26 games. Special teams, I was given earlier, special teams are pretty close. Power play, Oilers 3rd, Wild 7th. Penalty kill, Oilers 18th, Wild 22nd. But the Minnesota Wild, very, very stingy as they only lost one game in regulation time the entire month of November. Edmonton Sports Talk presented by Play Alberta. It's time to turn up the fun with the all-new Play Alberta app, your digital destination for casino, live dealers, lottery, instants, and, of course, sports betting. What was your play of the day again, my friend? It's kind of an interesting one.
Nuge Point, Boosh Point, and the Oilers to win money line. So if you head on over to playalberta.ca, click on sports, click on EST specials, and you'll see that it has been nicely boosted to plus 247.
Oh, not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad at all.
Worth a sprinkle.
What did you say? Oh, you could sprinkle and tinkle on it?
You could sprinkle, maybe even add a tinkle to it.
I was like, no need. Don't do that.
Oh, come on.
780-218-9999 is the afternoon inbox. That's how you text us. It's presented by River Cree Resort and Casino, home of the kitchen restaurant, Sundays and Mondays, 50% off the entire menu. That is available Sundays and Mondays, 5 p.m. until close. The Oil Kings have their Teddy Bear Toss game coming up on Sunday. We're going to have an Oil Kings player on the show tomorrow, so that's always fun. Luke Gazdick scheduled to join us on Friday this week. We got a Pass the Pantry Athlete of the Week on Thursday, and we're working on more great stuff.
Fantastic.
It's going to be good.
Can't wait.
By the way, if you want to nominate an Athlete of the Week, email Jay at edmontonsportstalk.com, or go to our website and look for the submission form. As we've been doing this, it's over 6 months now. Pretty much almost all of the Athletes of the Week are listener submitted.
Yes.
Have been listener submitted, saying, hey, my kid, nephew, cousin, friend, neighbor, whatever does this, and we look into it and we're like, yeah, that's a fun interview. That's someone to profile. So don't be afraid, because some people are like, I don't want to email. No, email us. Email us. Let us know what's going on.
Please.
We
yes.
would love having that kind of content on the show for sure. All right. It is Buying or Selling, presented by Damon Bunting, a consistent top-producing realtor in the greater Edmonton area for over 18 years. He and his team would love to help you find that right home, or that right home. Did I say ride home? Well, he'll help you find a ride home,
He'd
too.
probably give
He's
you
a
a
pretty
ride
nice guy.
He's that nice.
He'll help you find that right home or make the move from your current home. Community-driven, he understands what it takes to make a difference in our city. Check him out at damonbunting.com or on Instagram. Get him at Damon Bunting Real Estate. Who's going first here? You go.
Sure. Well, I filled in for Dusty today on 2 guys and a goalie, and I had to ask the fellas there, but I'm going to ask you for your take. Buying or selling, Connor Clattenburg has made more of an impact through 3 games than Trent Frederick has made all season.
Ooh, that's a good one. Well, I'll say buying, because you've noticed Clattenburg in every game he's played.
Mm-hmm.
I have not noticed Frederick in every game he's played. Now, can Clattenburg do this for 10, 20, 30 games, given where he's at in his career? I think it's fair to say we can't know that for sure. But I tweeted this the other night when he scored. Clattenburg doing the job Frederick was hired to do. Now, it shouldn't have to take a 20-year-old to do the job Frederick was hired to do, but he hits. He's fought. I guess to Frederick's defense, he did fight once, finally. And he's actually scored. And he had another great scoring chance. I mean, this is the thing. How many grade A scoring chances does Frederick have this season? I mean, there haven't been. It's one thing for a guy to have not a lot of goals, but you're sitting here talking about him thinking, oh, man, but like he's so close, or bad bounce, great save by a goal, or he just missed. I mean, he hasn't really, he missed that one on the power play. I'm trying to think. There may be one other chance he was in front of the net. He didn't cash in. I mean, Clattenburg already had another grade A chance he didn't score on, and he scored on a rebound. So, yeah, Clattenburg's been more noticeable than Frederick in a good way. Can he keep that up?
But
that's
keep
the
up
thing.
What? Effort?
Well, he probably can keep
drive.
It up. Yeah.
But that's his. I mean, we talked to Ryan Holt earlier, Connor Bakersfield play-by-play, and he said that's him. That's how he plays. But he does have an offensive touch that he could add in. But that's effort. That's just going out there and doing. I mean, he's playing what, 6, 7, 8 minutes a night, and he's more noticeable than Trent Frederick. I mean, that says a lot.
Yeah.
So I do think he can keep up that pace of play and that style of play. Buying or selling? This one's way out of left field.
Uh-oh.
But I'm going to lay it on you.
Try to catch it. Jasmine's calling a Frederick goal tonight.
Well, can we say something?
I wanted Jay's play of the day to be a Trent Frederick goal.
You wanted it to be a point.
Oh, did I say point? Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
We asked for it, but they don't have a line for it.
They said no line.
Okay. Buying or selling? Schaefer, Celebrini, and Bedard all make the Team Canada roster.
Ooh, that is a good one. Oh, that is a good one. I'm going to sell because I'm not, again, this is not me saying what I would do. This is me speculating how I have to predict how Hockey Canada will act. I don't know if they would put all three young guys on the team.
Can I predict who you think would be left off?
Yes.
Schaefer.
Yes.
Yeah.
They would leave off the young defenseman.
Is that just because you're looking for a more veteran presence, especially on the back end?
Yeah, that's probably what they think. They would go with experience. That's a fun question, though.
I would like to see it.
Yeah, I kind of would too.
Because, now with the World Cup of Hockey, this is going to be a team that's assembled for, there might be minor changes and whatnot, but you get a guy like that, and who knows what he's capable of. Look at what he's doing in the NHL against the best players in the world.
Right.
He's lighting it up. I'm happy for Bedard, by the way. It seems like he's finally living up to the billing. Chicago's on the rise.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a really good question.
Because how many players do they take on the how many?
What are they taking?
Outside of the top six? How many?
5 on the Canadian team.
How many roster players would they have that aren't necessarily on the ice? Defensemen.
Sorry, Brad Marchand's mad at you again in the chat.
Don't say it, Glue Man. Sorry, Brad. This ain't your year. You did a hell of a job in the Four Nations face-off. But this one,
You don't think he's on this year?
I don't think so.
Yeah, they're going to take 14 forwards, 8 D, and 3 goalies. Well, could you take Schaefer as your 8th D?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe not a player that is going to play regularly.
Right.
But maybe get a one round robin game and have a serviceable backup should somebody get hurt.
Then you give him a taste of it for when he's an even bigger dog, when he's the leader dog.
That's right.
He's the leader of the pack dog.
I honestly think you could see all three of them. I mean, they've added him to their, I don't know, negotiation list isn't the right way to say it, but
the possibility list.
Possibility is there.
Yeah, so it's the end of the month. They got to do it, right? I think they're announcing it right at midnight on New Year's Eve.
Can you imagine?
Hockey, we're so crazy about hockey in this country. They could do that.
They wouldn't dare do that. Think of how many, significant others would be completely pissed off. Hey, it's, New Year's kiss. You kiss your significant other, and that's stolen by everybody looking at TV.
Who is on
looking
the
at
Olympic
their phones.
team? Yeah.
Oh, boy. Reed, don't you dare bring that.
Well,
don't
being,
suggest it.
Yeah, I'm being cheeky.
There's a lot of ears on this show.
I'm being cheeky.
A lot of high.
By the way, if you're on
people.
YouTube and you haven't given us a thumbs up, give us a thumbs up. We're well over 100. Let's see how high we can go today.
Goob,
this is fun.
You look like you have something to say about this Schaefer, Bedard, Celebrini thing.
Well, I mean, I think it's fair for all of them could make it. They could all have a case to be there, but I kind of agree with the sentiment where it's easy to let the young guy off the leash, right? It's a lot harder to gloss over a couple players who have already played full seasons in the league and have now really propelled themselves into superstardom here in the NHL. Top 5 in scoring, each with 37 points, Macklin, Celebrini, and Connor Bedard. But you can go without picking an 18-year-old defenseman. And if something goes wrong, then maybe that's something that they look at. Why not go for more of a veteran presence on the back end and save him for future years in the Olympics?
I have time and day for that. Are Celebrini and Bedard locks, Reed?
I think they're getting pretty close.
I think so too.
All right, I have one for you.
Shoot, baby.
So Monday Night Football, it was over early, by the way.
My parlay almost hit in the first quarter.
Yeah.
But it took till the end of the game.
So what's the Giants kicker, Younghoe Koo?
Yeah.
So he goes to kick a field goal. I think it was in the second. Yeah, it was in the second quarter. And you're watching the wide angle, and it's like, oh, they didn't get the kickoff. And the holder, Jamie Gillen, runs around and gets sacked, and they lose the ball. They cut to Jackson Dart on the sideline going, oh, my God, which you could understand. And then after this, now on the replay, it looked horrible because he goes to kick it, and then it looks like he jams his foot almost a yard behind the ball. Like that was like you and me at Edmonton Garrison chipping.
Yeah.
It's like, okay. And then it's like, we jammed our club behind the ball and barely hit it. So he said, I was approaching the ball. The ball kind of slipped out at the bottom, so it was moving. I wasn't able to kick through the ball. The ball was moving when I was driving to it, so I just pulled up on it. Now, so my buying or selling for you is not if you buy that, though you may want to take it there. Does a kicker have to kick the ball even if it's not set and assume that the holder is going to get it set even in the final split second?
You have to.
Even if it's a slightly moving object.
Yeah, you just hammer it.
You got to aim where you should aim and hammer it.
You have to trust that your holder's going to do the job.
Because he did get it up in time.
He did. But, Pat McAfee, I heard him talking about it, kicker. He was a punter, but
did he hold ever? I can't remember.
He may have, Reed. He was quite athletic, so he probably did. But that is a holder's nightmare, is what he said. Is the bottom of the ball slipping out because you don't have as much control because you're trying to put all your pressure on the top of the ball to pin it, to hold it, and get it exactly curved and tilted the way that your kicker likes it. We did get it back, so it's so split second though. That happened so fast. But it's just, I've never seen that. I didn't think, Reed, that is the reaction of a kicker holding up.
Right.
To jam the toe of your foot into the turf. I've never seen that. So it was unfortunate for the Giants, but you got to swing through. You got to swing through. If it's a bad hold, because I'm telling you, this is about business. This is about dollars. It's about contracts. I mean, he's had a rough year this year. He was with Atlanta to start. Got released from them, now with the Giants. If it's a holder's issue, that'll come out in the film. That'll come out in the super slow-mo that they show leading out, coming back from commercial.
Right.
Oh, it wasn't Kuth's fault. It was the holder.
Like if it spins off wildly and goes wide, right.
Just do your dang job, man. One job. Kick the ball.
Right.
Do it. Don't make a decision. We don't hire you to make the decision. We hire you to kick.
I just don't think a pro kicker would miss by that much, that he would jam his foot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Unless his steps were totally off. But
yeah, it's since come out that he held up.
Right.
But that is a really incredible way to hold up.
Well, and the Giants aren't good. All right, 780-218-9999 is how you can text us. The afternoon inbox presented by River Cree Resort and Casino, home of Tap 25 Restaurant, where the entire menu is 50% off 7 days a week from 2 to 5 p.m. We'll just reintroduce our off-topic topic here presented by William Huff for people who might have missed it earlier. We want a dating disaster story. A date gone wrong, a first date that was a disaster, or this could be you're with your significant other, somebody you've been with a long time, and you go out together and there's not a disaster with each other, but it just turns out to be a disastrous outing. We've had some incredible stories. RC and Ladner about getting his car locked in a used car lot and needing a ride home, and his date slipping on the ice as she's dropped off and not even saying goodnight to him.
Incredible.
That was an incredible one. That's probably the leading one, but you can still send those in because we've been having some fun with that. It's 5:23. Here's the Coop.
The Oilers kick off a 5-game homestand challenging the Wild. Stuart Skinner gets a call for Edmonton. Jesper Wallstedt for Minnesota. Tune into the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. Tom Gazzola and Ben Thompson tee up the game. Coverage starts at 6 o'clock right here on EST. And a total of 10 games in the NHL, 4 of which are underway. Midway through the first, the Senators and Canadiens are notched at one aside. The Bruins are down 1-0 against the Red Wings. The Rangers lead the Stars 1-0 while it's scoreless between the Lightning and the Islanders. Back in E-Town, the Elks have extended Brandon Barlow to a 1-year extension. The 27-year-old playing in all 18 games for the Double E last season. In NFL news, Adam Thielen has been claimed by the Steelers off waivers from the Vikings. Darius Slay being waived from Pittsburgh as well. In MLB news, Dylan Cease has signed a 7-year deal with the Jays worth $210 million. That's the largest free agent contract signing in Jays history. To the association, there's 6 games going down. The Raptors looking to snap a 2-game slide, battling the Trailblazers in about 6 minutes. And right now, midway through the opening quarter, the 76ers down 18-17 against the Wizards. The Reed Wilkins Show rolls on after a brief intermission. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
Hockey is heating up, and so is the excitement on Play Alberta. With casino winners every hour, jackpots worth millions, and revenue that stays in the province, there's never been a better time to sign up. Right now, our listeners can score a $50 free bet when they make a minimum $50 deposit with code EST50. That's code EST50 for a $50 free bet. Start playing with your game sense today to find out if you're Alberta's next winner. Must be 18 plus to play. If you gamble, please use your game sense.
Skip the couch and hit the Canadian Brewhouse. Your home for every puck drop, every goal, and every cheer. With ice-cold drinks, massive screens, and the best fans in town. This hockey season, our house is your arena.
Boxing Day rocks at River Cree. December 26th, live in the venue. Hysteria, tribute of Def Leppard. And Blackout, tribute to the Scorpions. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
Sentinel Storage is proud to partner with Toy Mountain in support of Big Brothers Big Sisters Boys and Girls Club. Between now and December 19th, drop off a new unwrapped toy at a Sentinel Storage near you and bring a smile to a child this holiday season.
Good afternoon. I have to sneeze. There, I did it. Imagine if I sneezed and it sounded like this. Hey, Reed, what do you got in your airways there?
Bless you.
I think I hear him coming now. Oilers and Minnesota Wild coming up tonight. 7 o'clock at Rogers Place, right here on Edmonton Sports Talk. At 6, the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show hosted by Tom Gazzola, and then Tom on right after the game as well to break it down on the postgame show. Leon Draisaitl asked today, all right, Leon, where are the Oilers at right now? How are you guys looking?
Well, I think last game was a step in the right direction, certainly. Looked like more the group that we want to be and how we want to play. So, but one game is one game. You got to do it over a span of time. And tonight is obviously a good opponent and great chance to follow it up.
Yeah, tougher team tonight for sure. Let's see if the Oilers can string some good games together where they're at least playing, responsible, detailed hockey. If you're taking us in on iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, we thank you for doing that. Edmonton Sports Talk available 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. on those streaming apps, and then our additional programming like the pre- and post-game shows for the Oilers and Elks. Don't forget the Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric is also on Cruise FM 95.7 Cruise FM. The way we've been presenting Edmonton Sports Talk for the 2 years plus doesn't change with all the digital streaming, but with the Nielsen Show from 6 to 9 every morning, you can also get it on 95.7 Cruise FM. If you do have us on YouTube today and you haven't clicked the thumbs up button, maybe we got some new people checking in on YouTube after work, give us a thumbs up. We're at 117. Great total. Let's just aim for 130. That should be doable in the final 25 minutes of the show.
Absolutely.
Why not? And if you've already given us a thumbs up, click the share, send the link to the show off to a loved one or a despised one and say, hey, one thing we want to emphasize. I got to emphasize this. If somebody is a speller or likes grammar or just likes seeing somebody squirm, direct them to Word of the Day, which is coming up at about 5:45, 5:50. Jason Milne gives me a couple words to spell and get the definition of. Some days I do really well, like yesterday. Some days I fail, but you at home can play along and see how you do.
And learn a new word.
Or maybe you take that word and then you see somebody tonight and you're like, hey, how about this word? And then they'll say, where'd you get that word? And they'll say Word of the Day. So you don't have to be a sports fan for that. So get somebody in your life. Hey, here's something fun going on Edmonton Sports Talk. Are we doing? You got an email for me? You want me to do the liner first?
You better.
Alberta Blue Cross Courageous Moment. Every great place starts with courage. Alberta Blue Cross is proud to support Albertans through all of life's meaningful moments. Visit ab.bluecross.ca to find a plan that's right for you.
I got an email and I don't know what to do.
Okay.
It could take some courage for me to step out and be a part of this. This email. Dear Jay, I am Mr. Nami T. Mai from Daido Steel Company Limited, one of Japan's leading steel manufacturers. As part of our ongoing expansion into the United States and Canada, we are currently seeking a dependable part-time representative to serve as our local liaison. If you're interested, kindly reply so we can discuss this role in detail, including remuneration, compensation structure, and the next steps. Description: no cost or financial commitment required from you. No interference with your current employment. Fully legal, transparent, and properly documented. As we are closing the selection process shortly, your prompt response will be greatly appreciated. Warm regards, Mr. Nami T. Mai.
Wow, that's amazing.
Reed, I don't know what to do. This seems like a heck of an opportunity.
Just part-time, doesn't interfere with your current job.
I mean, look at all
no strings attached. He's not asking for money, is he?
No, there's check marks beside no cost or financial requirement.
Right.
I mean, this looks like an outstanding opportunity. I've always wanted to be in the steel industry. Now I can really do.
Why wouldn't you?
Have the best of both worlds. Wearing a Van Halen shirt. What do I do?
I think you got to write back and say, here's my banking information. Please start depositing my salary.
Not today, Mr. Nami T. Mai.
That's incredible.
Not today. The real courageous moment. And you know, this dovetails into something that happened in the NHL last night.
Sure.
But on this day, December 2nd, 1995, something happened in the NHL.
Yes.
Something happened in Montreal. Coach Mario Tremblay left goaltender Patrick Waugh in the game much too long for Patrick Waugh. An embarrassing 9 goals in an 11-1 rout by the Detroit Red Wings. Patrick Waugh came off the ice, said some things.
Yep.
Said some words. He eventually moved on to Colorado and won the Stanley Cup with them that season.
Yep.
Jordan Binnington had a little bit of a fire in his belly last night.
Yeah, that's first of all, that scene with Waugh. I mean, look, the Canadians, nor a Canadian team has won the Stanley Cup since. Maybe that's what's really cursed Canadian teams.
Oh. What do they call the curse of the Great Bambino is actually the curse of Patrick Waugh.
Patrick Waugh going to, what was it, Ronald Corey, the president of the Canadians, and saying that's the last game I ever played. He and Tremblay did not get along. Like, I think Jacques Demers was the head coach. I mean, by this point, Waugh was in his, 9th, 10th year in the league. He'd won 2 Stanley Cups with the Canadians, won 2 Conn Smythe trophies. He was kind of the face of the franchise. And I think there was a story that, Jacques Demers, the previous coach, would kind of maybe not let Waugh pick his own schedule, but kind of be like, hey, like, how are you feeling? Would you want to play this one? Or if you need a night off here, let me know. And Tremblay was different, and Tremblay wasn't a very qualified coach to begin with, I think. So that was that. So Waugh goes to, but like Waugh's that personality, right? Like he was like, screw it, I can do this in front of everybody else, you know?
Well, and the courage of Mario Tremblay to do that.
Was like just courage or stupidity?
Well, it's a fine line. Fine line there, Reed. But why would you do that? Why? Like Patrick Waugh was one of the greatest goaltenders to ever play.
Yeah.
And to have what were their differences? Why? Why would something come to frustrate your goaltender, the best goaltender, in your franchise, maybe, up and just say, I'm out of here?
Yeah.
I mean, Mario Tremblay must be chastised to this day for that.
Oh, sure. Yeah,
but
well, he didn't do a good job there.
And to have the owner or president or sitting right there.
Yeah.
Now, was there no glass there?
No. No, this was not that long ago. Like,
I know it's 95.
Yeah.
But that's incredible. And the owner's sitting right there.
Well, he wasn't the owner. The Molson family, he was the president. Basically. Yeah.
But you wouldn't see that. Can you imagine, a brass or an executive of the team sitting first row behind the bench?
Right.
That'd be hilarious.
I want to bring this up. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there was no glass. Yeah, there it is. Patrick Roy, the end in Montreal. There's a little YouTube video about it.
But if that was to happen today, that would be front page story.
Well, and there'd be even more camera angles of it, and people probably with phones in the stands and all that kind of stuff.
But I mean, Jordan Binnington did this last night, and couldn't really tell because
he left his mask on,
but looked like he had some words.
Right,
and that was everywhere on social media this morning. Now,
here it is right here. So he walks past the assistant coach, past Tremblay, then goes back past Tremblay again, says it, and Tremblay's right there looking at him the whole time. By the way, did you catch the last name of the goaltender who went in for Waugh? Just hold on here. We're watching this on YouTube, everybody. You don't need to see it. So Waugh gets scored on. I think Fedorov scored. It's 8 or 9-1. They're getting killed. Waugh's finally leaving the net. There's Tremblay. And, who's that going in? Did you catch the name? See if I can drive this back for you here, Jay.
No. Oh,
Jablonski.
Tom in the chat. He says, Jablonski,
you're in. Coach, it's 9-1. I don't want to go in. Get in there, Jablonski. Here's what the Blues coach Jim Montgomery said about Binnington after the game.
I love Jordan Binnington. He's a competitor. He raises his games in the big moments all the time. I love him. He walked off the ice. He said, I love you. I said, I love you too. And we're both competitors by nature. And at the end of the period, he waited for me. We apologized. We moved on. It's over and done with.
And then today, Binnington spoke a bit. He says it was a quick poll, obviously like 10 minutes or so. You prepare for a game, and you're going in thinking you're playing 60 minutes. And as an athlete and competitor, that's what you want to do. I felt good, so it's unfortunate. They got 2 goals. That's hockey, and the game always finds a way to keep you humble. It's all part of it. Whether we won or lost yesterday, I'm coming in and doing the same thing today. And Montgomery also, in his post game, he said, there was a time earlier this year I thought I should have made a goalie change, and I didn't. He's like, so I didn't want to look back and say I should have done something. Binnington is not having a great season. He's 6-6-5 with an .878 save percentage and a 3.20 goals against average. Now, he gets a little more leeway because of what he's accomplished in the National Hockey League and obviously in the Four Nations face-off last season. So is it, when we were doing this as part of the courageous moment, is that courageous to bark at your coach in the heat of the moment when you're being pulled? Or would you sooner not see that at all? I mean, we know athletes can get hot. We know coaches, and usually I'm sure it's put to bed with these two guys.
The way that was handled, I would say is courageous.
Right.
Because that's 2 competitive grown adults that are in the throes of a battle. Words were said. Sorry. Done.
Right.
That's what I feel in that instance. Patrick Roy, I mean, I don't know what to think about that, but...
Well, I remember watching that game, and it was bizarre. And I think in that game, too, Roy made a save and got a Bronx cheer and put his hands up. So, yeah, that's like an incredible moment.
Did you see this now that they're reporting that the Olympic ice size Thanks for reminding me, this Timber Woodsman. In the Olympics, is expected to be smaller than an NHL rink.
So they made they made a mistake building it?
Due to this construction debacle that's going on with the where these games are supposed to be
usually
played.
when we say Olympic size ice, it's been a bigger rink.
Yeah.
This year it's going to be a smaller rink. What is the difference? Have they confirmed that?
I'm just looking for it here, Reed. No specifics have been given out. Other than that, as of right now, so this is from Pete DeBoer said this earlier today. Actually, the ice surface, it looks like it's going to be smaller than NHL rink standards by probably 3 or 4 feet. I don't understand how that happened. I don't believe it's a huge difference, he later added, but I believe there is a difference, and it's on the smaller, not the bigger side. 3 or 4 feet. How? Like, I'm just trying to.
I don't know if that's width or.
Would that skinny it? Would that shorten it? I mean, either way, 3 or 4 feet is not small.
No, Boston Garden was 191 by 83. A usual rink is 200 by 85. So the Boston Garden had the compressed neutral zone. It was a couple feet narrower. Yeah, that is kind of fascinating, eh? You got to have a big, heavy team, Jay. You got to grind it down.
I always just think about the angles. Like, whether it's skinnier or shorter, that changes a lot. Especially for how precise, like if you're rimming it around the boards. If those boards are
maybe
a different degree, or if they're tighter corner or not, that's. But I guess they would have to play bigger. But more players would be used to playing on a bigger sheet of ice, I'd say, than smaller.
Well, the European guys for sure. Yeah, you would think it wouldn't affect the NHL guys as much because they're used to the tighter spaces anyway.
Potato Salad Jesse says it's shorter by 4 feet.
Shorter by 4 feet. Okay, so but they would probably be in the neutral zone. They'd probably make the attacking zones the same distance, I would think.
You would think.
Yeah.
That would make the most sense. You're right.
780-218-9999 is how you text us, the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. We're taking you to 6 o'clock, and then Tom Gazzola, who's in the Nasty Chat, will jump on the stream with the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. Words of the day coming up. Here's the Coop.
It's a clash between the 297s tonight. The Oilers playing host to the Red Hot Wild, who had just one regulation loss in November. Tom Gazzola, Ben Thompson preview the game during the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. That goes live at 6 o'clock right here on EST. Total of 10 games in the NHL right now. There's 5 games live. The Stars and Rangers notched at 1 aside. All the games nearing the end of the first or in the first intermission. After 20 minutes, it's the Lightning and Islanders scoreless, while the Red Wings are up 2-0 over the Bruins. Moritz Seider with his 4th of the season. 2 minutes left to go in the opening frame. At that same time, the Senators are up 2-1 over the Canadiens. Artem Zub with his 3rd marker of this year's campaign. Elks news, Brandon Barlow has signed an extension with the EE4 next year. The 27-year-old joining the team last season, coming over from Toronto. He recorded 35 defensive tackles in 18 games in 2025. The Raptors, they play the Trailblazers today. They are underway, up 3-0 early in the contest. And midway through the second quarter, the 76ers have taken a 46-39 lead over the Wizards. The final segment of the Reed Wilkins Show brings us back after the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
Firehouse Subs. Our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
Hi there. If you're like me, you like to picture yourself in luxury, even though there's absolutely no way you could afford it. And if you can, well, even better. Thankfully, I picture myself in something that is luxury, but still absolutely affordable, like the all-new Mazda CX-90 from Park Mazda. With the new luxury features like facial recognition settings and quilted detail Napa leather seating, I can pretend to be comfortable with all of my proper settings activated without even touching a button, thanks to Mitch Lewicki and the great staff at Park Mazda. I like to picture Mitch Lewicki as a ninja fighting off evil samurai.
Park Mazda, your dealer for life in Sherwood Park off Y Road, parkmazda.ca.
Your brand deserves more than just a whisper, it deserves a buzz. At the Hive Product Marketing, they specialize in promotional products that bring the buzz. From eye-catching giveaways to unforgettable keepsakes, they got the perfect products to make your brand stand out and get noticed. Visit the Hive Product Marketing and let them create the buzz your business deserves. The Hive Product Marketing, the official merch partner of Edmonton Sports Talk. Visit them online at thehiveproductmarketing.com.
Looking for a winning strategy for your retirement? Contact me, Joaquin Gage at K4 Financial, where expertise meets dedication. I will always look for a careful approach to your retirement, ensuring your financial future is secure. From tailored strategies to clear, actionable advice, I'm here to guide you every step of the way. Don't leave your future to chance. Get in touch with me, Joaquin Gage, today at k4financial.ca or email joaquin.gage@k4financial.ca to start planning for a brighter future and a more secure retirement.
Oilers, Minnesota Wild tonight, 7 o'clock at Rogers Place. I'll be heading there right after the conclusion of the show. While I'm driving in, I'll be listening to Tom Gazzola on the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. Here's how we expect the two combatant clubs to line up. McDavid between Savoy and Hyman, Draisaitl with Podkolzin and Mangiapane, Nugent-Hopkins centering Henrique and Janmark, Lazar with Frederick and Flattenberg, as he's been called. What did Ratty Clatty. Ekholm with Bouchard, Nurse with Regula, Kulak with Emerson, Skinner in net. For Minnesota, Hartman with Kaprizov and Zuccarello, Eriksson Ek with Johansson and Boldy, Sturm with Trennan and Tarasenko, Ben Jones centering Ogren and Tyler Pitlick, the former Oiler, Middleton with Spurgeon, Brodin with Faber, Bogosian with perhaps one of my most favorite names ever. It sounds like it's a Star Trek character, Zeev Buium. Zeev Buium. Zeev, last name Buium. Zeev Buium. That's a good one.
Great name.
I have the gold Buium, Mr. Bond. Sorry, gold figure. Are you saying gold bullion or gold buoyum? Because I don't know. I know what gold bullion is, and I wouldn't be surprised if you had it. I don't know what gold buoyum is. What do you say? He is my henchman, Zeev Buium, Mr. Bond. So you have gold bullion, and you have a henchman named Zeev Buium. Yes, Mr. Bond. I don't understand why this is so difficult.
I knew you were going somewhere with bullion.
What can you do?
Well done.
Give us a thumbs up if you're watching on YouTube, if you haven't already. We need 7 more to get to 130, which would be pretty cool. If you've already done it, click the share button, send the show link to somebody else, tell them they're going to get words of the day, and then they'll be hooked. They'll want to keep listening to the show. Minnesota Wild 9-0-2 in their last 11. Here's Oilers head coach Chris Knobloch.
A very good team, very explosive. They've got some very dangerous players on their first and second line, and also their defensemen, for the most part, all of them move the puck really well and they get involved. And you see, obviously, they're playing very well lately. I believe they've got 11 wins in the last 14 games. And the goaltending that they get when they do make mistakes, their goaltending's been phenomenal during this stretch. So, yeah, they've got a good team. When they do make mistakes, they're getting some really key saves. I think the most part, with their team, just they've got some very dynamic, dangerous players that, you give them an opportunity, they capitalize on it.
Yeah, solid team. I mean, Kaprizov, Hartman, Zuccarello. Hartman can play a little cheesy. Eriksson Ek, good all-around player. Boldy's really good. You asked Sarah McClellan about him. So, yeah, solid opponent tonight. And a really good defense score as well. Hopefully the Oilers take some strides and play a strong game tonight. All right, time for Words of the Day, presented by the Edmonton Public Library. This is one of the greatest things you've ever done.
Thanks.
Well, selling this to the Edmonton Public Library.
Good.
It's awesome. They got their Cooking for a Cause program. Holiday season just around the corner, so perfect time to book any team building event or family gathering, and this is certainly that. So they get you in the interactive cooking. It's an interactive cooking experience with a chef in the kitchen at the Stanley A. Milner Library. So you get a bunch of people in there, and you pick what food to cook, what to drink, what your atmosphere will be, and you go at it. Sounds like a lot of fun. EPL.ca, Cooking for a Cause. Look for it on their website, or just give that a Google, and you'll find it.
The word of the day with Reed and Jay.
I'm reading Project Hail Mary. I got it on
What
my
do they
Libby
gotta
app.
say?
Libby from EPL. It's pretty good.
Well, memberships are free.
Let's find out.
Yeah.
English, do you
Totally
speak
free.
it?
Yeah, and there's so many ways to use the library. I mean, that Milner Library, it's like we've been talking about. There's like podcast studios, like sewing machines, like there's a bunch of stuff.
It's a great resource.
It's not just a bunch of bookshelves.
It's a great resource, and it's completely free.
Yeah.
So go get your membership today. Tell them Reed sent you.
Tell them the Reed Wilkins Show sent you. Hey, I heard there's a Reed Wilkins Show discount. The memberships are free, sir. So what do I get?
What's the promo code? First word of the day. Cajole. Cajole. Cajole.
Cajole. And this is to try to pressure or influence somebody. Wilkie on fire.
To cajole someone is to use flattery or gentle urging to persuade them to do something or to give you something.
Yeah, pretty close.
She cajoled her partner into going into the party with her.
Did I get it close enough? I think I got it pretty close.
Did. I like how they use gentle urging.
Yeah. Well, I kind of said pressure, but
can you gently
urge?
urge?
It's try to convince somebody to do
Can
something.
you gently urge?
So I think the key thing in the definition that I didn't mention, does it say to use flattery?
It does.
Yeah.
You're good.
So you don't want to go to the grand dance ball. And I'm like, oh, Jay, but you look so good in those dancing shoes you haven't worn since grade 11.
By golly, sign me up.
You know, Turtle, you have strong legs. I'm sure you can make it up the stairs. Oh, maybe you can't.
Oh, too much fun. Second word of the day, Palladian. Palladian.
Oh, I don't know this one. Palladian?
Palladian.
Well, you always tell me to go with the obvious spelling, so I'm just going to do that. P-A-L... I'd like to restart because I was going to say something wrong. P-A-L-A-D-I-A-N. Palladian. Is there two L's? Okay.
P-A-L-L-A-D-I-A-N.
Is this something related to a knight or the knighthood?
No.
Okay. Well, it was good while it lasted, everybody. I got 3 right this week. The rest of the week's going to be like being dragged over broken glass. Can I have a sentence, please, sir?
The possibility of successfully navigating an asteroid field is approximately 3,720 to 1.
Never tell me the odds.
What?
I'm at a crossroads.
I need a sentence. Spency 5 cents. He says, I remember Palladium. Rip City Steps
Palladium,
says,
yes.
That was a video arcade in the mall. It was.
Yeah, it was.
This is Palladian.
Palladium. Okay, well, the definition, whatever.
Well, I need a sentence.
The staircase is lit by a large Palladian window visible from the lane. This is BS.
A window that allows light in?
This is garbage.
This word should not count.
I'm on the fly.
Strike the word from the record.
We got time. We got a
minute and a half.
Okay, hold on, baby.
So Palladian's out.
It's out.
So I did not get a 0.
No, you did not.
What was the definition? A large window?
Well, no, this one says pertaining to wisdom, knowledge, or study. But
what does that have to do with a window letting light in?
Then it also says this is an architectural style.
This is horrible.
This is horrible. Horribly.
Maybe it does have to do with the knighthood. Okay.
Regnant.
Regnant?
Regnant.
Oh, regnant. Well, again, I'll spell it obviously. Regnant.
Regnant.
R-E-G-N-E-N-T.
Say that again.
R-E-G-N-E-N-T.
Regnant. Say that again.
N-I-N-T.
Regnant.
A-N-T. Okay, well, I didn't spell it right.
Well, you get 0.25.
I need a sentence. I don't know this word.
The regnant queen implemented new policies.
This is strict.
What is going on?
Strict and not listening to other people?
No. I quit.
Well, I got 2 out of 2 then.
I'm
I got
defeated.
2 out of 2.
Yeah,
It's a half word today. It's a half thing. We got to 100 and
what did you say as your definition?
128 thumbs. We need 2 more. I said strict and not listening to other people, something like that.
Exercising authority, rule, or influence.
Yeah, well, sort of right.
Well, directionally there.
I mean, we're so irritated. I should just get all the points I want.
So 0.75 out of 2.
We gotta go. I'm going to the rink.
There you go.
Tom's on in 5 minutes with the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show, counting you down to the Wild and the Oilers at 7. On behalf of the regnant Zachary Kubish and the Palladian Jason Milne, I'm the cajoling Reed Wilkins. Enjoy the game.